Not to for me, not to for me, not to for me, not to for me. Where you send me so, I get Jesus. Down by way the night again. Not to for me, not to for me, not to for me, not to for me. Where you send me so, I get Jesus. Fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. Not for me, not for me, not for me, not for me. 99.3. Epic Radio, so refreshing. It's epic, so refreshing. Not for me, not for me. When you sing me so, I get Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned.
99.3. It's so refreshing.
No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. Now we're coming that tight. Not for me, not for me, not for me, not for me. When you sing me so, I get Jesus. This motor no king class, down by way the night again. Not for me, not for me, not for me, not for me. When you sing me so, I get Jesus. Fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. Not for me, not for me, not for me, not for me. When you sing me so, I get Jesus. This motor no king class. Not for me, not for me, not for me, not for me. When you sing me so, I get Jesus.
This is famous. Listen, tune in to Epic Radio every day, all night, all morning. Epic Radio is the best. Famous say so.
Today on Monday, the 6th of July, 2026. Hello and welcome to the very first edition of the Epic Morning Show for the week on Epic Radio 99.3 FM around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM, Radio Zimi, Pageant District on Facebook and Separately Live on YouTube. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. The Epic Morning Show, now a 2.5 hour long program. We divided into the first and second segment. In the first segment of the Epic Morning Show today, according to President Julius Maada during the town hall meeting with a hold na Makeni, President Bio say over $2 billion don't be spent on the free quality school education since 2018. What is there for sure for this $2 billion US we say they don't spend since 2018 on the free quality school education program, as President Bio complained about the rising cases of malpractice and accusing WAEC of taking part in Dande. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Continue for day with Epic Radio, and as we give you continued special coverage on these issues this morning. And in the second segment, of course, we will review the biggest local stories that will happen from over the weekend. Stay with us. Good morning again, and today word of motivation for keeping your word. Keeping your word, I tell you, good reputation will be built. You don't go build a good reputation by the promises that we make, but you build them by the small promises that we keep. Now, if you say you call somebody, for call them, if you say you could be there for that person day. If you say you are going to help out, do help, because small mistakes then we make back on the way, they ruin your reputation all throughout. So reliability is a habit, and the trust where they earn in an action, they take you in a very, very long time. So people will forget what you don't say, but people don't ever forget what you don't do, and for say they count on you whatever the time when they need you. So the most successful people, I tell you, not too talented people, they are just dependable. We make them get lengthened success. So this is the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
For payment of NASID's contribution. The National Social Security and Insurance Trust, NASID, wishes to remind all employers in Sierra Leone of the mandatory payment of NASID contributions for their employees for June 2026. According to the National Social Security and Insurance Trust (NASIT) Act, all employers are required to remit the total 15% contribution, 5% deduction from the employee's salary, and 10% employer portion to NASIT. The deadline to pay this contribution for June is on Wednesday, 15 July 2026. Employers are advised that late payments or non-payment of contributions will attract interest and penalties. It is the employer's responsibility to ensure all contributions are paid in full and on time.
Radio.
Employers can make payment at any NASIT office nationwide. Please ensure that payments are accompanied by a duly completed contribution schedule and advice of payment of contribution form. Timely compliance is crucial to ensure your employees' social security benefits are secured. Be on the side of the law. Pay your NASIT contribution on time. NASIT, we care. Sometimes then when things they go wrong in the community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. Whether from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about them. This time you chance, follow you speak up and follow the hear your voice and follow you ask questions when them go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just the talk and forget. We the follow up with the issue. So something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power. Only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
Alright, with BNB Cash App, you can send and receive money anytime, anywhere. Download the BNB Cash App today on Google Play Store for Android users or Apple App Store for iPhone users. For any inquiries, you can call the BNB then Customer Care Service on 072 500 000. Okay, welcome back to the program. Introducing Ivan Julius Lee on the breaking news segment. Good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, listeners. Good morning, Usman. And straight to the breaking news. The government of Leone will receive 15 presidential vehicles donated by the government of the People's Republic of China ahead of the 69th ordinary session of the ECOWAS authorities of head of state and government. I mean, that's not breaking news. I mean, we don't say in July. We not get, well, probably there is a date for now. They'll get 15 vehicles from the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, it's to be specific, it's presidential-like vehicles. Those are vehicles where any president can use and comfortably use them, pass with them across the country. So they go use them during the mid-year summit of the ECOWAS Commission. You know, President Bio is the chairman of ECOWAS. Even though President Bio in chairmanship elapsed last month in June, but I think they allow him for campaign into July for host the ECOWAS media. It's going to be the very first time where Salon will host African leaders them in just over 40-something years since Siaka Public Stevens host the last OAU summit where we build the Bintumani Conference Center and all. So this will be very big for we as a nation, but people have also criticized the summit, saying that there are lots of conflicting priorities for we as a nation with regards to education, with regards to healthcare, but how much of a benefit will this be to many Sierra Leoneans other than government and President Bio's name?
People will expect this chairmanship of His Excellency the President for Sierra Leone forgets that kind of a global face.
Yes.
I mean, you want for tag that whether he has been successful in that or not. You're looking at how people don't know Salone globally, people don't know it for the past 1 to 1.5 years. So it's a lot of concern along
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in another breaking news, the Ministry of Internal Affairs announced a temporary suspension of the $25 airport security fee at Freetown International Airport, and sadly this will be effective. Well, should I put it sadly? I don't know, because people only balance the Freetown International Airport and use Conakry for Kansai. But this will start today, the 6th of July 20.
Yeah, I know many people where in fact they choose the Ahmed Sekou International Airport in Conakry, for travel because it's cheaper. Even though you get for travel from here to Conakry by road or so, they don't mind for travel because they say if you use the Freetown International Airport, you will pay hundreds of dollars for unnecessary fees them, and one part of them is people have been complaining that it is the airport security tax where they say they will pay $25. But however, now though people don't call on government saying that they hope for say this removal of this tax also because of this ECOWAS summit.
It's not as if it's going to be a removal because according to
temporary
exactly. So they therefore look at audit services therefore go and audit. There is so much around that particular story. They went did them last night, and it came into effective I think in 2022. I mean, when that $25 day, I mean, salon people and begin pay, and you go on for look at a lot of issues surrounding the weather, like I used rightly say people only grumble. Myself don't sabi 2 or 3 people and we don't use Conakry for Kansai Freetown. But after the audits, probably as you mentioned it, because of the ECOWAS summit, probably after, let's see whether if it will still
not just after like in 2 months, in the next 2-5 years. I mean, we want to see it fully enforceable, or in the next 2 years of President Bio in leadership, I must say. However, now though this has been welcomed by many people, and it will reduce the amount of money with people they spend at the Freetown International Airport, and perhaps it will also increase the traffic at the airport, because I mean we see the Ministry of Information post about just yesterday saying that airport traffic at the Freetown International Airport will increase, and that is welcoming for we, because it means a boost in the tourism sector. It means people want for calmness alone. It means that they can afford coming to Sierra Leone.
So if you're out there listening, I think we grab the opportunity now, starting today. I think that's all we get in the breaking news.
Ivan, thank you so much. You're still there with the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us. Okay, so just last week, na the presidential town hall meeting we then hold na Makeni, President Julius Maada Bio make, well, for many people it's shocking revelation for say government don't spend but $2 billion per the education sector since 2018. President Bio said this as he raised fears about losing about all of that $2 billion going in vain. because of the rise in cases of malpractice and accusing WAEC of taking part in them. So since 2018, government has been allocating a lot of money on education. Well, according to figures from the World Bank, government spent about 591 billion old loans in 2018. They spent 1.14 trillion old loans in 2019. They spent 1.4 trillion old loans in 2020, 1.6 trillion old loans in 2021, 1.7 trillion old loans in 2022. They also allocated about 2.1 billion new loans in 2022. In 2023, in 2024, they allocate about more than 20% of the government budget inside the education sector. 2025-2026, according to figures from the World Bank, government spent about 3.1 billion old new loans, which is 3.1 trillion old loans on the education sector. So a whooping sum of money, and also couple up with the support where the government don't they get from international partners to them on the education sector. President Bill sum up to about $2 billion spent on the education sector since 2018. So waiting government gets for sure for that 2 billion day, as President Julius Parabio complained about the rising cases of malpractice and accusing teachers and WAEC of taking part in it's not the very first time the president to accuse those people of taking part in examination malpractice. President Bill say get proof against the West Africa Examination Council. WAEC say they are deliberately undermining the credibility of examination in the country. Look at waiting government gets for show for the $2 billion spent on education since 2018. We look at this morning here inside the Epic Morning Show. For put them into context, 2 billion, so small money, 2 billion, government budget for the year is just over $1 billion. So for say government don't spend about 2 billion since 2018, it's a whooping sum of money. 1 billion is 1,001 million. 1,001 million. So 2 billion is $2,001 million. So it's a lot of money for country like alone, for government to spend them on something. So look at waiting government to achieve and waiting at the long run benefits of this more than $2 billion spent on the education sector this morning here inside the Epic Morning Show.
And learn the golden rule.
She promised.
Promise say that you will never do me wrong.
You promise.
Promise say that you will be by my side.
You promise.
Promise say that you will never go away.
You promise.
You promise say that you will never make me cry.
You promise.
And she promise say that she will be by my side.
She promised.
Okay, Augustine Bami Anthony, now the Strategic Communications Monitoring and Media Advisor, now the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Good morning, Bami. Good morning. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Famulu Nadu, and I'm happy for the good morning.
We also expect to forget Melvin Tijan Mansare. We na a journalist for to join me this morning here inside the Epic Morning Show. But Bami, I don't say una go down review on the statements of President Bio. Una go down do studies on how much really government don't spend since 2018. But after thorough verification, it can confirm for say independently. Well, overall, government really thinks say they don't spend $2 billion on the education sector since 2018.
Oh, plenty, thank you, my brother. But first of all, I want to make something clear.
Yeah.
Before President Biore talk, we get tete-a-tete. So we understand the issues as communications experts before President they go for talk.
Okay.
So we're certain, it is sure that what he talk is the absolute truth.
$2 billion
enough
be spent
for sure
on
for
the
him.
education sector.
But first of all, again,
I just want to forget the confirmation.
that's what I'm talking.
$2 billion.
He is the first gentleman in the country. They say in government don't spend $2 billion on education, and of course that's what we're talking about.
And government can account for that $2 billion day.
Okay,
since 2018.
so then the suitability of the presidential town hall na McKinney. So give me a small chance, make I just give the background to that. You see, that act of the president subduing himself to public scrutiny, na classical form of democracy. It's not common in Africa. I want to say something. It's not common in Africa. It convey transparency, it convey accountability, a deepen democracy. Now the heart of the opposition, main opposition at the country, the president say, me, I dey go subject myself to public scrutiny. And in fact, in the conventional democracies, they could just say, now this and this and this we don't do. They not they even talk about how much they don't spend for achieve what they don't talk about. President Bio say, I am going to go beyond that. Not just talking about what I don't do, but I'm going to tell them how much I don't spend for do what I don't do. That is the purpose, and that's the aspect of accountability and transparency at the highest peak of a democracy in Africa.
Yeah, that, we not come for can discuss on the town hall meeting itself because
we cannot disconnect that statement from the town hall
in its entirety because there are lots of criticisms from the town hall. I mean, you can only go inside if you get invitation from the Ministry of Information, and there are not much ordinary people inside because I mean there are most government people where they invite for take part in that town hall meeting, the CSOs and journalists them way the Ministry of Information invites for well, we don't come for discuss.
No, just left that lie.
Let me just move ahead.
The responsibility
absolutely
now for make things very clear. So in one sentence, I go 1 minute, I go make people understand. A classical form of presidential town hall across the world, not to all man they go there. So this now a mimic of what thing they do now the Greek city-states, who say people they gather at the public square, where they remove the veil between the people and the leaders, and make the people they ask the question directly. That's when the population small, so everybody be the gather now the public square and talk to the leaders.
Okay.
But this now a mimic, now they are just a small part of what thing they be happening. So the president we get all constitutional right for staying at parliament and talk to the parliamentarians, because that's what representative democracy means. The president we get all right for make official statements, just like offer a public address to the citizens. No, allow me for say this. You have to understand. But if we get a presidential town hall, means say we not go to gather everybody for dinner at the hall. The hall not take more than 1,000 or even 700 people, probably.
Well, that is the criticism.
No. So it's not criticism. It is not. So that is what you particularly not able to appreciate, and you they send them out to the public.
No,
not in the correct manner.
It's just the fact we talk about.
In that hall, we get everybody, every walk of life be present there. Now make we give invitations to the opposition leaders inside McKinney. We give invitation
to Bike Riders Association. We give invitation to Students Union and the picking them. We give invitation to market women. We give invitation to anybody, teachers, so everybody be represented. As you rightly say, the civil society and other walks of life. For me, we need for first appreciate that the one day because it's not common now with politics. Now Sierra Leone. If we appreciate that one day, that minute aspect of president saying we don't spend 2 billion, not for be the focus, but the focus for be the impact that decision where presidents make for go now the public square inside the heart of the opposition is something we for really make a whole program for rather than just the 2 billion.
So not so important issue.
No, I am saying that the most important step
so this
is to even convey that presidential town hall inside the heart of the opposition. That is a big news. It's a big news on its own. This is my just small microcosm.
No.
From
$2 billion.
There are a lot of things we got president.
But me get $2 billion on your account.
No, so listen,
no, you don't take the issue as important.
We're not to government. I'm just an individual.
Okay.
So you know they expect me to get down there. They go investigate.
So that means it's not a small issue.
Not a small issue.
So you take it just you say just a minute issue.
One of the very statement of many things we happen in Makeni.
Now we decide to discuss this.
So no problem. We invite you for very lot of things for this.
Bami. Usai government don't spend this $2 billion. I mean, it will find at the Guinea Flora of Hotel Famul how government don't spend $2 billion since 2018 on the free quality school education program.
Thank you very much. Fambul, this is a great opportunity for make we understand and follow the footsteps of the president of giving accountability to the people where they lead. The free quality school education program we all know say commenced in 2018. So the initial amount where governments allocate for start the process from that entity now 43 billion government set aside. This come out from the current budget. This come out from the Leone national cover. This not involve external input from the international donors like the World Bank, the UK, the EU, not only with the TOCO, because then start with $140 million for start the process of the free quality school education program. And when we talk about education, now two sectors. I mean, now one sector about two ministries we will talk about. We will talk about the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, and we will talk about the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. So I want to make we understand clearly. So in the first instance, President take the national budget from 15%, around 15%, to 21% in the initial stage, or at the initial stage, for national investment into education. That, at that moment, and even now the highest ever, the sub-Saharan Africa, for any government for do the one day.
By the percentage, not by the figure.
So now with percentage they talk, okay. you know the.
No, I'm just saying. No, it go fine for make and clear for people.
So percentage
it's not the highest money, but by percentage it is the highest. But the figures are in the actual cash, not to the highest.
Me and you
in Africa,
probably need
in West
for
Africa.
Small mathematics class. Because me you study arts, but when you say percentage now over a whole.
No, waiting that they say.
No, over a whole. You go get 100,000, make get 500,000, but your percentage where you put by 100,000 makes significant impact compared to money where they put even when you go pass young. So we are not talking about the amount. We talk about the percentage.
No, when government.
I think you interject me on this.
No, so you just want for largest ladies.
You say make I talk about waiting how we don't spend.
No, I just want to clarify for say when government they say it's the highest in Africa or in the sub-region. Well, it is the highest when it comes to the percentage of waiting government pool per the own budget, but it's not the highest when it comes to the actual money we be say governments them in Africa.
So now I tell you say probably we need to go for mathematics class. Percentage no determine how much quantity you put. Now how much the impact make from what you get. If you get 100,000, you pull 21%. Me get 500,000, I pull 21%. Me 500,000, 21%. A boku pass you own. However, it gets impact we make to you 100,000. I'm not going to mathematics.
Let me go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So I just tell you say the initial budget where government start with was 43 billion leones. right? For put aside for school fee subsidies and for do another 29 billion where government put aside for disbursement for make some rehabilitations them because little Boku school be dilapidated at that period. We get 14 billion leons where they will reserve for any emergency at that time. That was just in between 2018 and 2019 where government do that one day. So but government will get quite a lot of money also for spend on backlogs on the payment of SLG. So government put quite some huge amount of money on that one day.
Yeah, government so remove SLG.
Yeah, but government be need for take care of that. They talk about that. This is both both ministries. I tell you. But quickly, make we come to 2024 budgets, right? I don't discuss quickly. I just want to go. I know so we don't get enough time now. I don't tell you say we are not talking about the international support. We do know they talk right now. The initial one way government, with World Bank, EU, and UK aid put now $140 million where they support we for kickstart the process. So in the 2024 budget, government allocates over 3 billion, the largest support to education. Right? Government ensures say a broadening how many Pekin they go school. It don't broaden that space. The enrollment's not high enough of Pekin they go school now. You know, say the number don't double in fact, and even 2 million plus Pekin they don't add na the classroom when they don't. So the spending incremental. It starts small. The budget begin big because infrastructure begin kind side. Government in that process don't build over and rehabilitate and renovate over 700 plus schools. They don't primarily pay attention to over 530 something 38 school where they don't renovate and expand. They don't do quite a lot of body home issues for diets, for rehabilitations, for beddings, where government they take care of.
Inside that 2 billion day.
Inside the 2 billion now they talk, we expand the process. But government also in that area of basic education, they don't expand considerably school feeding program. They made school feeding at the camp.
We'll come at the school feeding soon. But show me example of schools that government don't innovate in Freetown, for example. I mean, there are lots of government schools where they in the surroundings of Freetown. How much school government? Show me the school that we government don't build inside Freetown.
So this now you not the journalist. I wish
no. Government don't spend. You tell me.
No. So you know I play the role. Now you therefore allow me for talk something. If you want for object to that, if you don't show some few things for me.
But if you say government don't spend, if you don't government don't build and innovate about 700 schools across the country.
A lot of schools.
Show me some of them.
A lot of schools.
Show me some of them.
They appear basic for me. So I've said it.
Hey, you know they mentioned them.
They appear basic for me. I will not say that. That is very basic. So government will innovate.
You know the figures, but you don't know the schools that the government.
No. Government will innovate schools across the country. I know they talk about Freetown no more. Across the country.
Example,
you know evidence. You know journalists. Go.
Mostly, what do they see now that these government schools them, and so it's the old peoples them renovating the schools, and it's not government.
So you also also know say the free education project put aside money, direct financial support to primary schools and the PBF. Project to primary schools and for renovations and for scale up the school activities. More leave that one day. We all know say government the school pays school fee subsidies and 50% of that they go to school renovation. You get to understand basic concept of that because before you can ask questions way theoretical to me.
It's theoretical to you. So I mean you can move ahead. You don't mention from any school the government don't innovate.
Okay, so make we go. I tell you something. Now the school feeding program will expand considerably. Today, in 2018, now be 1,500 picking them, the school feeding program they cater for. 1,500. And now be all only in 5 districts across Sierra Leone. Now, government don't make up to 15 districts across Sierra Leone. And by 2024, the picking the way they benefit now 850,000. So now the projection they go to 1,000 picking them by 2026. That's the projection.
1 million. You mean 1 million?
1 million picking them. Okay, thank you very much. 1 million picking them. So now the projection they push towards right now.
You don't include schools in Freetown, yeah?
No, we not count Western area yet. We get Western rural.
But from 2018, or not.
So we did Western rural. This is I tell you, expand with the expanded process. We be 5 districts. We don't go 15 districts across the country, and These are the hungriest districts that we will feed, and the chiefdoms. So it's not an umbrella, say we feed all the school upline. This now, what in World Bank report talk about the hungriest parts of the country that they will take care of right now. And this don't get huge impact. We are going to count the impact for share with you. But when I continue to tell you how much.
Let's do clarification on that. Who school them we if we say months not they pass, they not get supply. Who school they be say months not they pass, they not get supply in the rural areas.
Okay, so if you also want to know which now the school feeding formula, you go talk to the partners, the BFP, international partner.
Talk to you?
No, the BFP, international partner. So this not to government, they implement them. See, this is how people think.
How you go talk now? No. Knowledge, but
this is how people think. This with projects.
Yeah.
Now partners that they do the feeding, and government they pay the resources, right? So we get international partners like WFP, right? We get CRS, we do so very well again now Falaba and Kabbalah. We get Plan International, we also do so very well. We get other partners that we they feed, they picking them across the country. So the government just the pay. If you want to forget whether it's effective as you put time or not, you get the clip and call me to and then we will talk to that. Make we move to higher education. Higher education alone in 2024, government spent 188.9 million just for capital support. The capital support for higher education. Government also spent 43.5 million for take care of quite a lot of teacher salaries, lecturer salaries, and promotions, recruitment, and other facilities the way they go to lecturers.
Yeah, but how come we get year in year out? We get announcements from the salon from the teachers union saying that they go suspend actually going to the classes and teach. Every year we see notice from them for saying they go stop for teach because government is not paying.
So President Bill Namakeni clearly say, and not say we don't get challenges. We get challenges.
Challenges with paying.
Challenges with finances. We not get unlimited finances.
About $2 billion.
So you feel say it's so much for the education and the impact we don't create in the country, right?
So that money is small for going.
No. So you estimation
no.
So that money really small.
Since you talk to government,
that money really small.
The money not enough for
that money small for take away education from the place where it be day. Usai the label we as a country of suffering from learning in poverty. So usai we did now where we president na champion for foundational learning, or president na co-chair na the education summit with the Secretary General in the United States. So that money very small, with a huge impact where it don't create.
We are suffering from learning poverty. We think how you can describe the situation now.
No, we don't jump. In fact, the recent report say due to the innovation education programs they don't bring in the education sector, they say the pikin they don't learn so much that it appears they don't add 1 year to the learning cycle.
Who does say so?
The report from World Bank, so you don't follow that. Say we don't add 1 year additional learning to a learning cycle. We be the suffer from learning poverty. Imagine, we say they say 94% of we picking them between class 1 and class 4. They know they read and comprehend. They know they do basic arithmetic. Now they say we don't can do the reassessment from the EGMA reassessment. Now they say we don't. It look like we don't add 1 year plus to we learning abilities from the normal. Means say we did 1 year ahead of we normal. So these are the impacts then that 2 billion we they call where you know they see with your naked eye. We get for impact Sierra Leone in years to come. Now they happen so right now. This not to say you get 2 billion, you go make infrastructure, you make road, almost see the road. This is why they deal with the mental, they feed the mental ability. And this is not easily seen. It's not easily measured. This is not a tangible things. These are software where they build. We get for impact the economy, they get for impact the literacy rate, they get for impact the life expectancy, they get for impact the civilization. We also develop with democracy because now the mindset they develop with democracy. There are a lot of things we did just this they do. I know you're busy with ChatGPT, but may I go ahead.
I'm busy with what?
In the 2025
excuse me, you say I'm busy with what?
I said no, say you want proof some few things with the ChatGPT. But
so you're telling me I use ChatGPT for
use ChatGPT.
Okay, so that is you and the Minister of Information they use ChatGPT.
Yes, of course. Everybody they use AI, right?
Yeah, we only use that.
So it's not a bad thing.
So, yeah,
it's not a bad thing. So in
go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so we move to 2025 budget. 2025 budget. Check quickly for education. You see how hugely government leapfrog from 21% to now 22% of a national budget to education. And this now because we don't they don't increase teacher salary by 45%. And you don't tell on the budget. We expand the budget. And at that time, they will don't also reassess teachers. I will give you the total number of teachers they will reassess. About 3,043 teachers that year in 2025. And this also means, say, the salary they go up and the remunerations they go up. So it expand the budget. But that very year, the government also recruits 2,000 new teachers to the payroll. And also expand the money allocated to education. But also in that very year, the school feeding program so very expanded, where we move Western Rural. We mean say we don't move from the 600,000 picking the OBD feed to now 850,000 picking the OBD feed at the Western Rural. So that means say it expand on the budget where government they spend on education. But I really don't want to bore you too much with basic and senior secondary education. Me I can't to
no, it's okay. You can go ahead.
The Ministry of Technical
with permission, you can go ahead. Yes.
Okay. You look at the investments we don't make in technology, right? We don't make sure say we don't partner with development partners then for pilots, learning-based technological skills then. If you go to even Pageant, you go to Bombali, they see piloted schools there now where they do some basic where they use technological devices for teach picking them. So picking them they perform very low, picking them way not be do well now, don't they catch up with the devices where they use. That is a huge investment into technology. Right? And the resources they go this way. But most importantly, that the basic and senior secondary education, we don't use the resources for develop quality policies. We don't shape the direction at which we policies or to which we education sector they move. We get over 10 new impactful policies. We stand out in the radical inclusion policy. We now other countries they copy from we. And the resources of that nature from that 2 billion now in fix them. We also check, we say we get the early childhood development policy. We now the first thing and they will get NASA loan. For make even the pre-primary stand on your own. The nursery school now in other parts of the, if you look at we Basic and Senior Secondary Education Act of 2003, they tell us say we don't separate the primary school from the pre-primary school. Okay. That is the whole framework we money do. But also, I just want to go to a few more. We also do review with curriculum. And that is a huge amount of resources they do have. For make Sierra Leone as a small nation, for look with curriculum and overhaul them, they happen easily now. Right.
Okay.
So resources make that one they happen.
As you've clearly mentioned, this is government being accountable to the people. I mean, President Bio going under public scrutiny for how they don't spend public funds.
But this is just basic education. 2018. I wish you give me
so government came for say yes, they've spent let's say 22% of government budget for the year on education. So let's just look at one by one how much percentage government don't spend in all sectors in the education in education. So you just don't mention for say about 700 schools we are built and innovated without. I mean, you not show me schools in Freetown where government build and innovate. But how much was spent in the innovation and building of these schools? How much percentage of that 2 billion they was spent on that day?
So in such a situations you clearly get to understand say it's difficult to give a comprehensive figure one after the other for 2 billion. That exercise, for example, if not the audit Sierra Leone they do them, they take a whole team for give you that exercise, right? At the very point, let me President Bio say he don't spend, he not just say 2 billion, he say over 2 billion, right? It means say there is going to be a comprehensive report where they come up from the Ministry of Finance in collaboration with the audit service Sierra Leone, what they do. So this another Sidoya as artistic as I did for talk about figures beyond my belt. But I will tell you the individual expenditures where government don't do, and with time the Ministry of Finance goes sit down and put together bullet points and tell you how this money be spent, how you expect me for know how many contracts every school where they build costs. That is quite impossible. You yourself know that one.
It is impossible.
All the money we don't spend each school.
You can just tell me you're not aware of them.
I don't tell you about over 700 schools built. I tell you about over 538 primary schools rehabilitated.
And those are
so another sit in few minutes and begin to name you one after the other and tell you what you don't spend. So that is quite impossible. I think we need to move the conversation if that is the impact you want to see.
No. If talking about accountability in government, government cannot account for how much was spent in building and elevating schools since 2018. So government cannot account for how much they spend on the feeds on the school feeding program. How much percentage of that?
So this is where you get. This is where you get. I don't make it clear to you as we start the conversation. I said this is incremental and it expand as we go. It's not a fixed. It's not a fixed. For example,
about 2 billion.
For example,
actually
in 2018, government spent less than 30 billion for pay for WAS fees. But as we go along, government go up to 90 billion for pay for WAS fees. So the thing they expand because the number of people that they go Bokuna school. I don't tell you say we don't even double. The figure will be in a school by 2018.
Voila.
So a lot of things they happen. We get expansions as we speak right now. There are still schools under construction. We still they go on. So you cannot get a comprehensive. You get for wait after 20, maybe by 2028, we will be going to give you some comprehensive report because the process is ongoing. But as we tell you,
that
give segmented report
is not comprehensive.
We give segmented reports. So president say I don't spend over 2 billion, and not telling you the process has ended. So the process is ongoing. Quickly look at the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education for see how this money, this 2 billion, don't change the face of we technical institutions and with tertiary institutions in the country. We all know say with that money, it don't make sure say it don't steady the operations of all with technical institutions and with universities and polytechnics in this country. But most importantly, government don't expand on universities in this country. Today, we get very small universities, number of universities in Sierra Leone. Now, with this money, government don't make sure say we don't get Miltimagai Technical University, we don't get Eastern Technical University, we now get Kono University of Science and Technology. Now that money do them. This not so, you not grab overnight and happen. Most importantly, government will expand technical institutions. Now we get 11 government technical institutions across the country, across all districts. And this is based on competence-based trainings. But the important point is, even these technical institutions now, by next year, where the process is already approved by a MOPED, by next year they need the budget. Will they convert with this technical institution now, they convert into community colleges. This is the expansion of education where President BABD say they don't spend quite a lot, in government don't spend quite a lot on education. But most importantly as well for the technical and higher education, there is now skill-based competency where we all know about. Over 100 youths, for example, as a way of certification, don't benefit from constructions and database processes. Where they happen now. Inside Freetown, we all know inside Freetown, we now get a center of excellence for automotive training. We don't happen now, we don't get women the way they even diagnose motor car. Now this country, and they do some automotive work.
So I know say I not get forget answer from you, but I'll still ask. Something tell me say ask by me. How much percentage of that 2 billion they then spend on the tertiary education? How much percentage for the basic and how much percentage for the tertiary?
So it's very clear. I want to make you know say the focus of the free quality, the human capital development under the free quality school education program. The focus is the basic and senior secondary education, right? So it almost always get the highest amount.
You always cannot tell me how much.
I know give you the percentage.
I just
always get the highest amount because the need within at the basic education much more higher compared to the higher education. The reason that the number of the Pekin and the need of the Pekin na the basic and senior secondary education.
Bami President Bio, since I mean you yourself don't quick and clear for say the basic education is the most important of all. But government take them as a priority. Okay.
Everything important.
As President Bio mentioned, for say $2 billion don't be spent on education since 2018. The president also condemn school teachers them and say the Minister of Education, the Minister of Basic Education, for looking into this. It say President Bio say gets evidence against WAEC, say WAEC they help school picking them for spy in public examinations. And over the years, we don't see failures in public examination. It was just last year, in English language, a staggering about 63% of school picking them fail English language in the WAS, and only about 11% pass, according to the Ministry of Education. And with also about 13,000, I mean, we discussed some years ago, about 13,200 results them completely withheld from by WAEC, and a lot also they failed on mathematics. But what you make of Dande, President Bio saying he gets evidence against WAEC, and as year in year out, core subject like English language, just 11% of school became them pass them last year.
Okay, I want to give you, as an educationist myself, a broad view to make you understand. So the education today, first of all, how many people know say you're a beneficiary of the free quality school education program? We pay for you, your public exams, now UAS, now Albert Academy, and you benefit, you pass, you go for big college. People get for know say you're part of the 2 billion who they talk about. You're a beneficiary. So the education today, it don't change. Today, we will not be get too much of assistive devices, we will not be get technological devices. We will be the go school. So we will not be get opportunities for even get tempted for spy from smartphones or use internet materials, right? Very limited. That's in the way they go school. But the unique challenge now in education, this is now technical discussion now they get to you. The unique challenge now in education, now the emergence of these with technologies, this with internet facilities, this with smartphones. Even teachers now the classroom now they struggle for catch up. They are very smart students where they make use of the ChatGPT and other AI tools them, and they do research. Whether they go to class, they're smarter than even the teachers. This is not just one aspect of how challenging our education is right now. So secondly, the awareness now for make people then pass exams by all costs is so huge that even some parents don't lose their grip as gatekeepers to morality. They don't lose their grip as gatekeepers of discipline. They don't lose their grip as gatekeepers of people where the picking for look up to. So now what did they happen? A lot of money making also don't come in. WAEC, Ministry of Education officials probably, and other supervisors, teachers, school proprietors, now also want to make money from the process. So it's money making versus losing morality versus sweeping under the carpets, you serving as a leader, not the family. So everything don't come on education. So education is really suffering with a lot of factors. The spy, where they see they happen now, it span across a lot of these factors. If WAEC no one for make money from this, the parents want for making picking pass, so they buy smartphone. The supervisor want for get in small thing, now the invigilator now the exam hall, so the picking they get for put 20 million, so make it allow them for make they watch. Or the school authority get for take somebody we know they go school because you want to get in 2,500,000 for somebody they can register because the government they pay for. So there are a lot of factors.
One factor also include the Ministry of Education itself.
I just mentioned
the Ministry of Education itself making a lot of money when it comes to public examination. I mean, the last time Alfonso Manley was here and said the Ministry of Education, they make the most money from people's spying in public examination. You were here and you didn't condemn him. So the Ministry of Education itself, they make a lot of money in public exams. Yeah?
So if you're able to tell me one, like I tell you just no, how, no, you don't answer. No, you don't answer.
Alfonso Manley was here.
Yes.
You with Alfonso Manley.
Explain to me what how Alfonso
Manley talk say Ministry of Education, they make a lot
I
of
not deny
money.
you. Between me, I not
When
deny
it comes
you.
to public exams by this Yuki business, and you are here, you not condemn them.
So I not deny you.
Also just
I want to know from you.
benefiting. Also for me, they know for now. What's in manly we talk now? So and you were here in the studio.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So make we not belabor on that. The points here where they make it clear.
So just the fact of us, not to just work the benefits, if really they are benefiting from people spying in public examinations, why Ministry of Education?
So if you hear me statement, I use probably. Yeah, at the line all the words and where they say. I say Ministry of Education officials probably, right? Because I no say I don't do the 8 years. Yeah, I not see the clear role where Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education they play for make money. But the clear role where school authorities they play for make money, I highlight and say they can take people in the when they go school and they take them for write the exams because they want to make some 2.5 million. They can't sit the exams. I also tell you see some invigilators can decide for take some 20 loans, 100 loans from the picking there because they want to get their own resources in their pockets and allow them for use phones them. I don't tell you see the parents that they buy phones, smartphones for the picking them for go they use put in camp.
So in a nutshell,
I don't tell you say why also in the process can decide for left the questions even pretty early before the time. So they are all factors coming to the education program, but most importantly, now the system don't change. The times are changing now the education system. The time when Melvin be the go school, where we the struggle day and night. Melvin and my brother from Ekunano, day and night. Where we will be the study sometimes like Nedi, pan lamp now they use for study. Yeah, we not get access. You know, the idea was never there. Say smartphone, you will go use ChatGPT. But the disadvantage of the use of ChatGPT now is, although you get huge advantage, the disadvantage is why did they even seize Boku results? Because there is what you call collusion. Because there is the AI and the people get access to their phones and at the hall, that they just input the questions into this AI at the examination hall. Then they get the answers. And remember, this ChatGPT, now the same answers they give to 2 million people where they do that research at the same time. So these same answers and they picking the right. So when the examiners they mark, when they mark, they say one answer, now all the picking they get at the same school.
Melvin,
so then they lead to the collusion and the seizure of results.
Good morning, Melvin. Good morning. Welcome to the Ethic Morning Show.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Melvin. Bami don't say President Bio inside that $2 billion they don't change the education sector in entirety since 2018. I mean, according to
so it's in progress. It don't change the landscape.
2 years for President Bio.
The process is ongoing.
Almost at the end of
the process is ongoing.
It say government President Bio don't renovate and build about more than 700 schools across Sierra Leone. Don't spend a lot of money on the school feeding program and lots of other things them on the education sector. You see the result of $2 billion spent on education this year.
Thank you very much. I think I will open the premise on the Kyle report because that's, I think, the most recent empirical document on the subject matter. And also I will corroborate that with UNICEF, then data in the report, alongside other reports. So firstly, if it comes to what we call enrollment, yes, it don't improve. But according to UNICEF, it can't pass rate also don't improve. But the downside there is an estimated 22% of primary school age children remain out of school.
You see pass rates don't improve?
Yes.
But how about the last examination, WAS examination, where not only about 11% of school became pass English language?
The last examination is not all of the examinations.
No, the
according
most recent,
to UNICEF,
they show the success of. The most recent, they tell how successful the scheme has been.
There's what is called trend analysis. UNICEF, they are experts when it comes to education. Yes, we can dispute their facts if you want to, but they are saying pass rates and enrollment rates has increased. Well, it's just common sense and logic. If you get Boku Pikin in our school, definitely them Pikin even study them for pass.
Now, the downside there is, if you put that in tandem with the Carl's report, I'm sure you'd already call the report.
We look at the school feeding program and all, and then it's talking about the challenges on those.
It's
those
not just
issues.
the school feeding program, my brother. It's talking about the free quality education. It's saying corruption, untimely disbursement of allocation, among other things, remains an impediment when it comes to education. And again, clear what I would call evidence in my own estimation as to waiting at the challenge and how it should be overcome. So generally, the free quality education, somebody could say, was well-meaning or is well-meaning and it don't create impact. But if you want to go into the fine details, there are challenges where the government need to overcome. And this is not a one person you go blame. You need to go blame parents alone. You need to go blame teachers alone. You need to go blame principals alone. You need to go blame WAEC alone. Because we are told in that Carl's report that you get government official wait and say, for example, care go eat. No, on subsidy. Then they ask schools them for giving 10% kickback. Who does that? And the nature, yes, the Carl's report saying that empirically. So if school authorities they ask for 10% kickback on subsidy, we know they count on time. When I need for use for what they call TLM, teaching and learning materials, it shows that corruption, all the government not put pokukopo, is still a big challenge. So I think it should be a work in progress and can be improved upon. And the report also talk about, in the absence of certain funding for certain schools, the burden on parents there, they go. So for example, if government be non promise, say they will provide core textbooks and they are not available, what are you for buyer if you are picking pass? Are the parents? So I think it's challenged, but by and large, waiting the president say don't go into education, although I think that should be fact-checked, I verify. But me too, they laugh.
Yeah, but me say over the course of the past weekend, they don't do studies, and of course they say even before the town hall, then do thorough verification for say yes indeed more than $2 billion don't be spent on education. But I ask them, I say how much percentage don't be spent on different things them, like let's say the school feeding program, how much percent, let's say in innovating and building schools, how much percent say the government cannot account for how much percentage have been spent on those on the education sector yet.
So you misrepresent me.
No, you don't talk about 30 minutes.
No, you might misrepresent me in the president.
I don't say you can't you question and answer. You gotta get back. But please, I don't get better time.
You go ahead, Melvin.
All right. I say the government should be fact-checked and verified. Why? Because from the launch or the operationalization of the free quality education, by me, correct me, now 2019, formally.
2018.
Well, when was the official launch?
2018, August, and we operationalized on the 17th September 2018.
Okay. So from 2018, if we are to agree that 20% and more of government spending they go into education, Usman, for me, the question first, now, what is 20% of the government budget times the number of years spent by this administration? So the figures vary because every year not the same amount government they give.
Thank you.
But it's a public document now, by me.
So it's out
from the Ministry of Finance.
So before you come, I don't get the budgets from 2018. I break them down 2024, 2025, 2026.
All right. So what's the total?
So I share that with them.
Yeah. What's the total?
So that one day, na just domestic spending. right? And I tell her the international fundings.
No, but I mean that is my issue.
So the points here, Melvin.
Yeah.
The points here, Melvin. The Ministry of Finance, the Audit Service Sierra Leone get the best competence for make a comprehensive analysis on figures. So the point, the responsibility as a communicator. Now for sure, year in year out, the public document how they spend and how other donors they come inside. So that is what I'm doing.
What was announced as hold on. What was announced as budgetary allocation might vary based on what was actually allocated. Now make if you
so how do I know that? So the best you could do is the Audit Service Sierra Leone will get the mandate for really do some detailed investigation, some forensic investigation, and plus the Ministry of Finance for come out with that figure. And probably they have done that with the president.
It's not probably. The Audit Service Sierra Leone, they are very competent. They've done that year in, year out, and they don't tell me the waste.
So what is the president talk? I mean, say get the document on the table. So that's what the point you should know.
No, can go connect me to the president. The president and you in talk. My duty as a journalist is to dissect and examine the facts and the figures. So, if government don't purport that 20% of the budget or more is going to education, the first question I ask, actually, this money now paper or was actually disbursed? Because when it comes to, for example, payments of school fee subsidies, we see it run term after term. But me, we don't know the sector, right? Government, they allocate money in the fiscal budget, but the money they reach. So I agree with Carl, say, either Ministry of Finance and the government and the LIPAWI on what they actually report, or officials at the Ministry of Education, they allegedly or passively, they embezzle the money. That is captured. Corruption is captured.
Yeah.
So if government give 20% of the budget, why you need to pay school fee subsidies on time?
So you okay, just one response?
Yeah.
All right. So budgetary allocations is not cash at hand. We have to understand two different languages.
That's why I said actually.
No. Yes. So you can budget, say I want to buy an iPhone 17. No means say you get the cash at hand for buy an iPhone 17. Maybe your intention for buy in January, but the cash really come in March. So now two different things, but you really have to buy because it's budgeted for. So that is to say, for every time throughout the years, 8 years, where government don't in a power, in the free quality school education program, government don't pay all school subsidies by term. Government don't pay all examination related, but it is a budget and the budget is honored. I think that's the point. Melvin, before you go, I want to talk about the CAL report. No, I think I need to clarify. No, my responsibility here. No, I will not do that. No, my responsibility here. I'm not going to have somebody reference report. Where I need to clarify.
No. I give you chance for
let me do that. The reports are right.
So
let me just do that.
Melvin, just very quickly before we go for break. Anything you want forward?
No, but if you give Melvin for talks until we
talk for 30 minutes.
But I will talk about the report.
Melvin,
okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No. I think talk about the report. That's very important.
Are you saying the report is not true?
No, I'm not saying the report not true.
All right, let me read a certain key paragraph here.
The report come out. They call me. Now the report in validation and launch. I was there, and there and then, Carl is listening to me. There and then, argue against the report because it begets a lot of lacunas. Right there in the presence, I called my Minister of Education and tell and say, these reports get issues.
Whose issues then will be?
Okay, so it's clear. Make a count number one. Let me do the time when the reports come out. Allow me, please.
In 2 minutes.
No, you don't take passports in minutes.
No, so please allow me. The issues are very important.
Go ahead. Very clear.
The time when the reports come out, that time we not pay school subsidies. Right? So in fact, 3 weeks after when the report come out, now the teacher they strike. When they give you that 1 week, we don't know
government delay for pay school.
Yes, so make a count. Yeah. So in that report, they say government only don't pay 1% of school subsidy to schools. At that time, we not pay 50 million to any school for that term. And the reference and say government don't pay 1% of the total number of schools then school subsidy. Now ask them, who said they pull the 1%? That was my question. Who said they pull 1%? Because government don't pay nothing to no school rate for that time.
Do you know what it's called? I'm not.
No.
Do you know what it's called? Opening and closing balances.
No. I am talking about third term at that time.
Do you know what is called opening and closing balances?
No, whether you talk about opening and closing.
No, I don't allow you. We
not pay. Then I say government don't pay 1% to the school.
So 3 minutes gone.
That was wrong.
Thank you so much.
The second one, school feeding.
Thank you.
They say school feeding. They say
you don't make the point.
They can go the rest. They not reach to the rest. The school authorities and the officials when they go the rest, they pay. I mean, they cut for the rest. They sell for paid transport for both. And that was also wrong because in the contract with WFP and other partners, they take the rest to the last mile. So there were 5 areas that were challenged where the reports be really.
Can you also challenge this? This now the report.
I am not saying the report is entirely wrong, but I get 5 major issues in the report.
A lot of lacunas.
No, but if they are major, if they are fundamental,
that's what he said.
Then the report.
Yes.
A lot of lacunas. If they are fundamental issues like that, I don't give you 1,008. Then you say, "Me don't give you 1% of the money." Who said I don't give you 1% of the money? Who said I put the percentage?
The report is assuming that there were opening and closing balances.
No, we not get.
All right, no, okay, but
not get down this. No, not get down this.
Conclusion.
That report was wrong.
We go for
you don't see.
Well, see. Now you see no problem.
All right, let me.
I've said it. That day I go media. I go SLBC. I condemn that report.
Let's say the media ask you tough question and I make you can talk to now. Let me defend this. The report.
Now you know the moderator now.
Make the point.
I'm more than competent to be the moderator.
I know. So you see now.
In conclusion, while the free quality school education initiative in Sierra Leone has made commendable progress in increasing enrollment and providing essential resources to pupils, significant challenges remain that hinder its full implementation. The inconsistencies in subsidy payments, issues of corruption, and the misalignment of teaching materials with the current curriculum are critical areas that needs urgent attention.
Okay.
How do you defend that?
Fine. Yeah. First of all, where they do undertake such a report, we're very technical. Such a research, we're very technical. If they contact the institution where they under the subject matter, therefore give you a technical lead. Where you talk about teaching learning materials not aligning.
No, this
is fine. You're talking of an institution with technical base.
Allow me
to say something, Melvin. You know the alarming. So the point is, if you get a technical person, we're there in the transition phase of I don't say we review, overhaul we curriculum. Because we overhaul curriculum, it take years for transition. So because we get transitional phase, they not take into account of the transitional phase. They want to make it be automatic.
How transition? Governance is continuity.
No, at the top of the government at the top. At the top of technical issues. Curriculum, it will be transitional. That will be the SSS 1. If they don't change the syllabus over SSS 1, they don't go to SSS 2. It don't be the same way they do. And the one that the SS 1, they get
this money.
And they run through the other ways.
Furthermore,
me and you to do it.
Furthermore,
the books that will be read. SSS 3, SSS 1, other books that will be read. Now other things than
furthermore,
now basic technical stuff.
Furthermore, the logistical difficulties surrounding the school feeding program and the lack of effective community engagement highlights the need for a more robust framework to ensure that the benefits of this initiative reach all intended beneficiaries.
That is a minor conclusion for me. We all know say the Ministry of
address the issue.
The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, we all not talk and say we get challenges in the implementation.
All right.
So logistical challenges
So
are.
the report's not lie.
They are fundamental errors.
This is true. No.
The detail of that report. No, this is just summary you need. The detail of the report. For example, whether they say
at 30 page.
I don't read down I did it for the lunch.
But let me respond to the question.
So for example, now boy, don't give me chance. For example, let's say school feeding program, whether they take the food to the people because of the road bad. They must carry left halfway. Then they inform the school authorities. The school authorities they can shape the some percentage. They sell them. Then they use that money for pay as transport for take for the rest. When we investigate, now they not lie. It's not correct. Because so the
when you report, so
the contract will get with the partners. It's very clear that allow me now talk. You take the rest. No, not to handle the report. Talk about it. You take the rest to the last mile. Now the weaving area where we investigate everything here we set a committee for investigate. We investigate the weaving area. What to offend not? But no report. Allow me to say something. Storage facility na issue, na challenge. These are logistical challenges. So what's happening? Some aspect of the storage then we then get water they leak to the rest, and because they leak to the rest they weave.
All right.
So these are the issues. So not to say they supply.
Thank you so much, Babi.
We get the standard bureau
in a nutshell.
We get the standard bureau.
Melvin.
Just the quality of
Melvin.
So now the water also the rest.
Oh yes, so sure.
Melvin, in a nutshell now, you don't see the results of 2 billion leones, over 2 billion leones spent on education since 2018. They see the results.
Some loss. What are the full result Landy? 2 billion. I mean, research that's the equivalent of 2 billion. Usman quick. Yeah. So what you talk and say 2 billion. Let us 2 billion United States dollars is equivalent to approximately 48.26 billion oleons. 48.26 billion oleons.
You they make like say so now some kind
that's more money than this.
Wait. You know, so now make you the same.
But me, I know
the initial money where government set aside in 2018, between 2018 and 2019, right? Was 40. No, you get them.
No, go
43 billion leones set aside for that. 43 billion. That was just the initial point. Then I would be the 1.9 million at school.
Then I go 48 billion.
No, that was just.
So already this above the problem is still not solved.
No. So you say we don't spend
this free quality education of Ibashinka.
So you think say wait.
No, Shinka already.
No, look you.
You know they
agree with the impact.
Bami, Melvin chance. Melvin, you look happy. Enjoy government. I'm asking questions. Because you've been here for over 40-50 minutes. Melvin, so you think so far over the years governments they increase budget on education but cannot solve the problems?
Absolutely, but me, you know what say the actual waiting government be plan amounts for the 3 billion, and as at now waiting the part talk. I don't know between Bami and the part who that in what for Olu.
What do you mean?
What you talk just
no, but I don't talk about Leone. That part of but
no, I don't talk about
Leone. Check the report.
Bami, the equivalent like it back for you.
43 billion set aside for this. No, but now they read.
Bami,
that is not what mathematics what you do.
Bami, what in Englandville, we get what a side arguments. This is what a side we did.
Okay. So now at the time of reports, that you statistics, that you mathematics you draw is your issue. I am talking about.
Thank you very much.
Authentic documents.
2 billion. This is a formula here on our Google. 2 billion United States dollars as opined by my good president in equivalents in leones. Now approximately 48.26 billion.
We don't spend past that one day, bro.
So what are you saying?
We don't spend past that one.
So
day.
That's
this is progressively increasing.
I think you mean 48 trillion old leons, not 48 billion old leons.
Not trillion, billion.
So we want to argue. So let's go now for. Let's go now for.
You still here with the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM Radio Garden. After this very short break, we'll take calls inside the program. You're here with the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in the community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatment and corruption.
It's
so that they show
refreshing.
when they corrupt things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This time you chance, follow you speak up and follow the your voice. And follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so that something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
All right, welcome back to the program. Last is very simple question. If something happens to a business or property today, how fast can you for recover them? We're making a German insurance. They are known for the fastest claim payment, so you can get back to your business without any stress or delays. We'll take more calls inside the program. Hello, good morning. You never decide to call from
Godrich.
Okay, go ahead, boy. 1 minute.
Yeah, Mara, I don't know most people that go fit inside your studio, but the message still they go out. So President Bio, the conference center will make not all man go fit today, but the message they go out. Number two, the old government not be giving their information. They don't be too care about giving information, and therefore, if you they get this increased expenditure, increased budget for education, it should be the government they give. Way positive to the government effort and just talk about the negative side. Also, I want when una they ask question, una say get una fact so that una go challenge the person where they answer the question. If you don't answer, you go pull the fact. You say, well, now this fact I get. But una they ask question, una not they give the facts. Una not they give alternative facts. Una not they show waiting, una don't research. So the question ends up being dead, you know. And I think say that thing in a trillion, not to billion. So maybe that calculation they is totally wrong. Now trillion.
Agreed.
Agreed. A good example of the success of free quality education.
Agreed.
Yeah, a good example because you know intelligent guy is sharp. I like the way they put your questions. Although sometimes I can get problem with time, but still overall you're a good product of the quality education. So waiting for focus on now topics then where they put.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the program. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Lamin Samoa Koyato.
Yes, Lamin Samoa, go ahead.
Yeah. Bami, how the Ministry of Education, they help for fund education at this country. You dey see secondary school where the entire SS in all reach 100. But when it comes to WAS, that same secondary school day, one na center, and two, they get over 600 candidates. How they manage? Who do they approve them? Also the ministry. So the ministry self they help for fraud the education at this country. And when they talk about this free quality education, let this government know say wetin dem can add na the subsidy because even the ten wey we dey pay school fees. Now government will pay salaries of teachers. So if una the council they talk about salary always don't dey. So now subsidy will have been talked on the ad. And if they talk about 21%, how comes they reflect on the subsidy when una can add?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the program. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You name inside the call from?
Concerned citizen they call.
Go ahead. 1
minute.
Moderator,
we all know that this country, just like the president they say. No say another in this country we will tell you say malpractice may be. Even me I get proof what I see. The person me advisor. For the college students, then they come at the house, then they take exam. You know, one day now Colonel say no, what make the thing can leak now the bobo. One part of the boy say they get a reference. They can meet the man na in house. Outside they see them get a reference. First it called the lecturer. You know, online thing that they damage with education. They really don't damage the education of this country. Research and they blame we. Not true. Because just a quick demand they talk no more. Picking the go seat, then they go with phone. Then they legislators them. You know, the SSF contributes, the teachers and the individual SSF contribute. I go to people say, give me 50,000, you cancel with phone. Now, president, we for go meet and go harass them. Now, the minister for go meet and go harass them. No, if we let we continue, we continue the move. You understand, sir? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You name inside the call from?
It's Sam City from Abadi Road.
Go ahead, 1 minute.
I really get the question the way you asked the moderator at the studio. See how many schools are there? Look more in some by primary school now. So really the choice. Toilet facility no day, shares not in the classroom them. So I wonder how they say this equality education how it come about. And they ask the people and say for repair school. For give 20 million so repair for buy teacher repair the school. When we give people and go now school back for them they see the school how they teach street. You know, we are the same for the people are for within kind of prefer some of village inside the 21st century now it's right now with this right now. You really school teacher. So goodbye, thank you.
Yeah, Augustine Bami Anthony, not know any school na free tongue where government to innovate.
No, except you want for make I interject that. Now make the caller tell you say next time we the ask questions
because you know
because this is a common knowledge. Common knowledge that you already know say the Prince of Wales they under huge renovation and additional buildings they go up there. That is now common. Now the Badia project. That is the Badia project. Now common knowledge for make you know say the common knowledge for make you know say the St. Edward's don't come up from double shift to single shift because of expansion. Now common knowledge for know say the annuals.
Now government spend the money.
Now common knowledge.
Because most so
Joseph
so government is taking credit for waiting the old people.
But so that is where
let me take more calls inside the program. 079-994-993. Call me inside the program. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name inside the call from?
How are you? Yeah, from Imat, Ipa Samara.
Go ahead, 1 minute.
I just keeping, now keeping no more, I just want to highlight. Then, a new observation and point of correction. Yeah, the panelist, where they did, like Mr. Bani. When I invite anybody for interview, Yanda, I think we will get under when I do me. And I will just talk no more around one. We will talk according to what the interview with the interviewer. Let not talk like how we want them. We're not going to get any important answer from us. Then like this one here, when Mr. Levy go inside, I heard that Monday he talk to Levy and his brother, they go school together. So if he that Monday, if spirit one say, waiting that Monday one talk, and then we talk. So I don't know if now what notice has been very call. And that's
all right, thank you very much. Very good observation. Thank you. 079-994-993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Your name inside the call from?
Mr. D from Abadi.
Yes, go ahead. 1 minute.
Good day. That man with the talk already, Mr. Bami. I tell her, some of you papa them teach for 40 years. They not talk like pussy. In America, hey, bro, look education poor in this country, bro. Each they talk from 2018, 8 years, them I don't take so. 2 years more to go. Hey, bro, what a pity. They're not going to talk to you like say we're not foreigners there. Something in the law with through politics. He says, not get my putting picking a government school. You don't get that minded.
I did government school picking
Bami. I would talk categorically to Mr. Bami. Let it tell if one of the picking in a government school.
Bami, one of picking in a government school.
You get mine? I get that minded. So talk to Will.
Yes or no?
No. So you see, there are things where from where the man they talk, they know say he said then wire. It is already segmented. Then wire.
Bami, yes or no?
No,
yes or no question.
Go government school, Moyamba Boy Secondary School. You go there now.
That is a yes. Thank you so much.
No, but it's not
079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry, you call from Leone.
Yes, Foy, go ahead.
Yeah, I really do wonder. You see, one thing to quickly understand, and I'm not going to blame Bani too much. Why? You see, when somebody work for, government, you always need to protect your job. I'm not sure that actually do exactly. But to be honest, when we look at the way our education is presently, for all the money when government say don't spend, those impacts really don't add to education. In fact, it falls more and more. Just imagine, even the commission and they say when you don't teach for almost you have to teach you to give university, they will give you scholarship, they will give you a scholarship. Let the government tell you who does not give scholarship, where a teacher, where a scholarship not give you book. If they do as a part of the segregate, then so this person will get, but generally the president will say all teachers where don't teach for that amount of years, they will get the scholarship for go to university. Who knows them? Then one of the things the president is like money where the president calls it also for education. If you really decide to make we get no impact, we go better lives of this country. We go better lives of civilians in this country. Because of we shall say that it's scam. Honestly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Father Lambert from Grafton.
Well, Lambert, go ahead. 1 minute.
I just want to ask Mami where he wants to for defend this education side. This amount where they don't pay for a government schools, say another amount say them pay. Let them show we 1, 2, 3 schools where they don't spend per. Say this school now we don't revenue on this school we don't start from the starting to the finish when at this amount government don't spend. Let's show 1, 2, 3 of that no more. If it show 3 schools where government spend money per, who will believe say yes? Only argue they try for argument. You know what agree to Melvin in points. And Melvin in points is standable. Melvin as Sierra Leoneans, and not go see something go wrong and not try for soccer. And we only against that. The education is poor. A poor in this country.
079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the program. Let me try and wrap up the show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mohammed from Cambia.
Mohammed, go ahead. 1 minute.
Let me ask Mami questions where you know answer. I just want for it. They talk about schools they're already under construction, but then they ask them
more than
impact.
700 according to Bami.
Yeah, they talk about
also the
renovated and
construction
good.
And renovation. But then the question about how many schools then free to them all, then you just name 3 where actually we don't go under renovation. You're not able to answer that question. Then you talk about under construction, they talk about impact. Making them the one them back. If they're taking no more, then we know all the way they under construction. Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, you
No,
can respond to we still take calls. I will come to you soon. Okay. 079-994-993. Let me take 2 more calls and wrap up the first segment of the program. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Bakar from Comment.
Bakar, go ahead. 1 minute.
One thing we are making today we are so happy. The people when they look low at you because you know one young man sitting at the studio when they were overcoming. I see the kind way how Bami started. Bami wants to go.
Bami say.
You compliment the media now.
Yeah, I'm so happy the kind way how you take them. And this will go as advice to the others the way they come. Now, ethics. Let them know say you were doing ethics to you so much all. And you know what you do no panic selling. So we got a Melvin. I think Bami don't do this too now. The last time we come, I think very important issue. That this same way say an all go school. Now all the studies and this and it be polite at that time. And these are the same thing they want for this. And one thing where the people that don't do to education, they don't damage education that education there's no substance again. You don't see to read the right education as alone. But the worst because you read the right and talk. Now the one we don't put you to this kind of level. If that people have without practical education, that is they need to be punished. They suffer like they suffer so. But imagine 22%, 10 million budget where it is a school bottom be final by now, 22%.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me take just 1 more call and wrap up the first segment of the program. The callers are complaining for saying Bami is attacking me. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Anamta, good morning.
Thank you to the panelists, Bami and Melvin. I always tell you, say, Salon, the problem will get Usman at this politics. all the way they call so a party interest. Expression of with the expression of the Melvin, then come as neutralist. But to me, God what is out. All the way they call so la Misa Muau, electoral justice Bakau, Mio, the political point of the tribal game. But to honesty we do. The fear of we, let me keep in mind that the bass of the party will they fail, but most of them not get a mind. That this one Bogli. We see Tio wrong. Honest with the country, say it's not correct. But because of some man party worship than in country, you not get mind. Mr. Bami, probably the way Boku na the education sector, that was the line of the inside. Nobody will share with that. The government they try, but you get people the way they hinder the progress. I Lami Samuel they say Ministry of Education. Then teacher the way they put them bloated list them for send go to government. Now government, you get a teacher the way they misbehave in their schools. Who's that me blame government? Who are all responsible because they go about it.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Bami. One last thing, Mr. Moderator. I tell you the last thing, journalists, when I be an investigative journalist, go find for me. They call Bami the talk so, and association, we have pulled the facts. If I know this story is not correct.
So we not give Bami facts.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me just come very briefly. We don't pass 9 o'clock, and we'll just take two minutes from the both of you for respond to the concerns of callers. Let's begin with you, Bami.
Okay, plenty thank you to the callers. We all understand the landscape all day, political landscape all day. So even we, you're going to make very valid points. We know how people they even receive them, but we take that to a very good consideration. Somebody they ask me how me I just name 3 schools we don't build or don't renovate or don't rehabilitate in South Africa. I hope say it will go independent secondary school na Eastern. It is see brand new buildings with the day. They see renovated structures of the school with the day. We do as Ministry of Education. Make a move to Islamic secondary school. This in Eastern. It is a brand new building. It is again renovated structures with the day. Make a move to the Prince of Wales. It is still brand new buildings and renovated structures. Make a move na Magboka Boys Secondary School. They still brand new buildings and renovated places. Make go na the Bo School. It is still brand new buildings and renovated. So I go name down a lot as the big school that we go know, right? But the fact here is over the period of 7-8 years, we don't move enrollments by 85%. We don't make sure say we don't get gender parity. Now the girl picking the land book more. Now so they do very well now safe na public exams over the period. We also know say over the period we don't recruit 12 to 13,000 qualified teachers in the period for hard quality. Over the period also you know say government don't pay NPSC, Beke and WAS examination fees consistently over the period of all the picking there. He also knows say over the period we don't get very good public examination results from NPSC, Beke and WAS, unarguably. But he also knows say at the political level, President Bio don't represent Sierra Leone for education to the point that is Sidom na the education summit with the Secretary General of the United Nations for co-chair with education summit to the highest point that they make President Bio the champion of foundational learning on education at this country. This not the recognition we will not ever get in education.
Thank you very
much. So we don't move
Melvin.
Education from Usaibide backyard to now the center stage and the international stage levels.
Thank you very much to Famulem and to you, Usman, for making that correction on my equivalence, as it's called, exchange rates equivalence. Of course, the figures are in trillion and to the first scholar also. I think that's the beauty of public discourse. Nobody no get monopoly over knowledge. Nobody no infallible. So is Melvin. So once you pick that up. Of course, I'm not a number guy. Now journalism I don't get fascination around number, but me go say that. And on to the issue of we got to do with the subsidy. Definitely, I think say ACC need for investigate the Ministry of Finance and school authorities, because if the issue of delay is there and the issue of utilization is there, I think it's worth an investigation. On malpractice, I think it undermines education and it undermines seriously. But however, we should be very empirical in making sure that we come out with the facts, because if not, it's just like a drug problem. We'll be portraying an image of where in Tango rich person will get you degree, you master's or your PhD, then perception, not necessarily reality, will make you look like you're not useful. I will tell you, there are people with diploma, there are people with certificates, diplomas, degrees, masters, and PhDs, where they watch their soul and they watch it. And yes, we need to shift the grain from the chaff, because yes, you get quality people, you get people that way acquire quality education out of their hard-earned efforts. And for Bami, of course, it might not always use the PR strategy of gaslighting me. But for them, me I not make hypocrites. If personally party,
we Bami he can't greet me first.
Well,
so you see.
No, hold on.
You want to do so.
If
you not work on me, I don't work for you.
I don't know if it work for me, but the reality is, if somebody when I grew up in a community, also because we get disagreements, we can for shy away from that. I'm not a politician. I'm sure one of the callers then say Melvin is a neutralist. Bami, now we grew up in New England and we know we safe, and I cannot shy away from that. Although some of the things that we can talk, I feel sorry for her because public opinion not sympathize with her. But like I didn't say, na job is to protect. And of course, Usman, thank you very much. I think yes, you've done a very good job.
Yes.
In making sure that we should not despise. You know that the Bible, the one scripture will say, for despise the young people. Let no. I mean, I don't know if Paul or Solomon talk that. So we not for despise young people, and we the young people themselves will for do homework well, because if not, we will be despised. So on this note, Sierra Leoneans, finally, I want to say to you, you get power and a salon people are not so munko again. Election day around the corner. And so some man will talk say how they are first. But when people are going to the pool, because of all these cumulative factors on education, energy, and other things, they were booted out. So if you are particularly a strong or a die-hard member of the governing party, or you are part of the government, these public inputs, don't underestimate them. It will give you sign. It's a writing on the wall.
It's like you're telling Bami not to underestimate these numbers.
No, I'm not talking to Bami. I'm talking to Bami is not a principal. He's an actor, but not a principal. I'm talking to Bami's principal in government, the minister. It's like for say from where the vice commander, I mean it's gonna reverse no more than the part.
No, Bami, please, no. Let's end. Bami, no, please. Thank you so much, Bami.
Coming to the air and therefore scrutinize the minister in the seats and the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education is personally a blow to the man physically and emotionally, and I'm not facing
at
the best time.
Thank you very much.
This man not reverse the again.
No, you not get the facts when they say that.
Melvin, please, you will get a special conversation on that.
I think we'll treat some respect.
Can come back and have a judgment on that. You go chat back.
Augustine Bami Anthony, the Strategic Communications Monitoring and Media Advisor, at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, and journalist Melvin Tijan Mansare. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me this morning. Up next, we'll get sports and entertainment news plus media review. Until then, my name is Usman Ibrahim Maratik here.
This year, camouflage, what up? Let's go. This year, let's take it for a long This year, I got the power. This year, money go follow me. This year, I got the power. This year, I go fulfill my destiny. This year, I go celebrate. This year, many blessings. This year, I graduate. This year, I power. This year we go elevate. I got the power. Money we go calculate. I got the power. And if I'm cool, then go congratulate. I got special grace and power, and me they go celebrate. This year I go Lego new one. Surprise one, and if you say it done, Papa God, me provider. Go change the Poda to Range Rover. This time this story go change. Me like no go remain the same. This time year of jubilation, double promotion. This time year now you hear we all go make and congratulations. Put on your dancing shoe, let we like the gladdy in jubilation. This year. Better go follow me. This year, I got the power. This year, money go follow me. This year, I got the power. This year, I go fulfill my destiny. This year, I go celebrate. This year, many blessings. This year, I go graduate. This year, I go get fine work. This year, celebrate tomorrow. This year, I go pull the door. This year, I go feel me up. This year, I go put up the lamp. This year, I got the power. This year, I got the power. This year, I got the power.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the first edition of Sport Updates for this week inside the Epic Morning Show with me, Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. Inside Sport Update this morning, Indolo Mustafa don't join Wigan Athletics on loan. The Sierra Leone International Indolo Mustafa don't complete a season-long loan move from EFL League One side winner Wigan Athletics. He moved from Crystal Palace to Wigan Athletics, and we are all very much happy for Indolo Mustafa. Cabo Verde been doing extremely well in the FIFA World Cup. Thousands of Cabo Verde citizens come out all the way for can celebrate the team as they get an impressive performance inside the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Kylian Mbappe don't score 11 World Cup knockout goal. No other player in history don't score more World Cup knockout goal than Kylian Mbappe. Congratulations indeed. He's still doing extremely well, and we are all proud. Africa is proud of Kylian Mbappe. Away from Mbappe, we move to another very good one, and this time around it's going to be a conventional end through Charles Lassie to win the British GP for the first time. Now a controversial end to the race though, with allocated safety car. We been see George Russell will be finished second ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So that is it. And finally, in the world of tennis, after he been beat Roman Safiullin, Novak Djokovic to overtake Roger Federer for become the man with the most matches won now Wimbledon. And now they win 14 away from Martina Navratilova all-time win record. Could he be the one with for reach than it 106 win for Novak Djokovic? Congratulations to him. That's all in the Sport Update basket this morning. Many thanks for listening. Bye bye.
Good
morning, listeners of Epic Radio. Now, so I want to welcome you to the ENT updates this morning. So now let's start with first news. Jay-Z Rock Nation label don't officially sign South Africa singer Tyler. You know, this announcement of his signing come on the street billboards in Times Square in New York City with a message where they welcome Tyler to the Rock Nation family. So now we get Tyler and Arya Starr, where now don't become teammates. Now one of the biggest music labels in the world. Congratulations to you, Tyler. Next up, Vibe Cartel joins Mr. Easy on new single where titled Lambo from upcoming mixtape. So now Jamaican dancehall icon don't reunite with a long-time collaborator when address call as they join Nigerian Afro-pop star Mr. Easy on the first single from their upcoming collaborative mixtape Yard and Younger. Next up, Incredible JJ and Aliyu Melody join Article 4 on Canada as part of waiting them cultural delegation courtesy of the office of the First Lady Dr. Fatima Mada Bio. The artists then travel to North America for participate in the official engagement where center around waiting the Canada Sierra Leone trade investment and cultural show. Next up, Kolot Kalat is out now. So Kolot Kalat now officially available on digital streaming platforms them. So this song now done Creek Beats and Killer Voice now them do so Kolot Kalat is already there out now all streaming platforms. Next up, the official challenge has been accepted. So Salon Cool J don't finally answer to Samza and call out and even put $100,000 on the table. So December just gets a whole lot more interesting as we see this feature so get for happen on social media and social media get for scatter. So we get for do it the two teams. Team they call me Samza or Team Cool J. Who that get for win this particular money. So December will be very, 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 very hot. So now next up, after a very, very, very long time, the modern day king Dizzy League don't finally respond to Bakiteno in a recent freestyle. But guess what? The coming Samza said they know they give no free promo where artists want promote in show. So make e go pay blogger them if you really want for promoting show. So Dizzy League in lines them by the song or by this freestyle where you say mirror mirror on the wall, who that bad pass? I hear the shot Bucky with like back pass. He said call me name if you want someone and he get it sound at bang. Then G anyways, then they now the freestyle where they hit right now, you know, this is just so good. A Kiwi freestyle for promote in song, but people like said now a whole music now you do. Anyways, now go next up. Epic Radio they presents the Epic Oldies Corner. And this way also we they rediscover the hits, we they relive the memories. You know, say you na Epic fans, are you ready for the season 2 of the Epic Oldies Corner? The dates now Saturday 17th October. Ticket price now 100 Leone no more, and the place now St. Anthony's Hall, Sykes Street, Freetown, and the time now 7 o'clock sharp. The dress code, dress as you favorite oldies artists. Last year be dope. Not forget, say this year we come with bigger opportunities, better opportunities, and we ready for make una serve the fans of Epic Radio enjoy una gladdy and una mix with people and we una don hear on the radio. Now all this I get for una this morning in ENT update. I'm Aminata Kamara signing out.
Hey yo, you gon' kill this vibe. You already know. We make way for the brave icons. Yes sir, yes sir. Wash your bra, wash your bobo. Wash your cute stuff face, that's so wow. Wash your upline, one country bobo. Not so fucking on a bone salon bobo. Wash your bra and wash your bobo. Wash your cute stuff face, that's so wow. Wash your upline, one country bobo. Virtual DJ. What? Hey, what I know? What? What I know? What? What I know? Salon bobo the paka, body ball passano. What? What I know?
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in the community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now then community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This time you chance, follow you speak up, and follow the hear your voice, and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you they live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombeba, lamba roba, lamba de la deta, tila loba, la domba, tila na. We had a little riot in this town.
Marie-Beyond Ray once said, begin for do what you want for do now, because you only get this moment. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Radio Garden, Facebook, YouTube, and through the website at myepiconline.com. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority don't order immediate stop of the construction of gas station na Sakila Road. And as well, government postponed Becker exam following timetable confusion. And as well, Ministry for Internal Affairs don't announce temporary suspension of the $25 airport security fee na the Freetongue International Airport. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And for joining me to discuss these issues, I get inside the studio Ivan Julius Lee and also Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for Be Found. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning to your favorite listeners and viewers.
Happy New Week.
Yes, it's a great one. At least we have ended the first quarter or the first 6 months of the year.
Yeah.
Now we are in the second phase of the year. We thank God. We pray that the end will justify the means for us in the area of our work, as we have started stimulating arguments, policies, what type of presidents alone need come 2028 and all the likes. So we are here doing our own best. On the good governance, a lot of things came up yesterday, for which I dealt with, National Development Plan for 50 years, and,
You seem for care more about this national development plan.
Oh yes, that's my advocate, and I'm going to roll that out. I push them very, very hard. Then we get a national development plan for Sierra Leone. For the next 50 years, we all sit down, we talk saying that this once.
So we not say because this government don't go and this new one don't come, the things say this government may say they do, this new one not go do them.
Exactly. Let me make now say prioritize area. For example, inside 5 years, now this one for combat, inside the next 10 years for any democratic thing that this for achieve.
Okay. Yes, Ivan, good morning.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning to our beautiful listeners and viewers. I think we're to the line. For me, I always talk about citizens' needs. It's important for me. It should be prioritized more than manifesto because we don't see disappointment in that particular area. So, if government in, government out, I mean, look at the needs of citizens them and look at if not light, this government they pay attention to. They pay attention to light. If another government come, it's a continuation. Okay. But I mean, if every government they come and get you a manifesto and some not even complete, well, not some governments in, government out, none of the complete the manifestos they want to promise to salon people in. So it's a thumbs up. I mean, if we get a huge plan, I mean, 50 years stretch out, it's important.
Okay, and straight off, we'll look at stories reported on the front pages this morning. And my first take now the satellite newspaper. A very big banner headline reads, as Internal Affairs Ministry institutes administrative measure, government suspends airport tax. And another story, Orange Foundation donates digital kits to REC Primary School. And NPRA DG Brahma Balua Kouma clarifies Sierra Leone's petroleum price framework. All of the stories and more you will get now the satellite newspaper this morning.
May I first speak this morning on the Standard Times newspaper, and for the banner headline, President Bio rejects Nico State narrative and calls for global cooperation against drug trafficking. And of course, Nigeria and Sierra Leone Trade Fair 2026 launch and deepens regional trade. I think that's all we get inside the Standard Times newspaper.
And away from the Standard Times, to take the Global Times, top story, President Bio rejects narco state narrative, calls for global cooperation against drug trafficking. And a big banner headline reads, suspension of airport security fee, beware of the consequences. Finance Minister continues to receive international awards. And finally, China donates 15 protocol vehicles to Sierra Leone. All of the stories and more you go get now the Global Times this morning.
Final pick for this morning is the Independent Observers and lawyers train FSU and prosecutor on SGBV investigation prosecution. And of course, Bill calls for national unity. I mean, urges Sierra Leone to reject tribalism. Well, this is important. I think now the presidential town hall meeting, the president talked about that day. And FSSG ex-People's Association, Texas, USA celebrates a decade of dedicated services. And I think now this we get, and of course another important one, IGP Commissioner Teco Forensic Laboratory and Office Facilities. Now that's all we get in the Independent Observers this morning.
And my final take this morning at the Premier News newspaper. Top story, President rejects narco state narrative, calls for global alliance against drug trafficking. And Adma Bio and husband arraigned over 400,000 United States dollar gold fraud. IGP commissions modern Toku Forensic Laboratory. Health Ministry boosts medical preparedness ahead of Africa Leaders Summit. All of the stories plus also in this issue, now the Premier News newspaper this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we will discuss range of issues this morning. We will look at the first story. USAI, the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority don't order for the immediate stop of construction of a gas station at Macaulay Street Circular Road Junction, declaring the site unauthorized under national safety and regulatory guidelines. And as part of this, the move, then put a signpost na the location outside and halt the work na the facility, and the authority cites violation of NPRA Act of 2025, where they say empower them for regulate the downstream petroleum supply chain, including licensing, importations, shortage and transportation and distribution of petroleum, products across the country. And according to them as well, they say this 2026 guidelines for gas station construction stipulate strict requirements, including minimum land size of 3 town lots with legal claim not located on the roundabout, junction, or curve, and at least 100 meters away from such site. And according to them, this particular place no meets the criteria we make them decide for stop the work. And this is not the first time NPRA they stop people constructing fueling station na residential area them or places where no meet them criteria where then see the part of the regulation them. So this time around they don't stop this particular construction as well. But there are other places, be it in Freetown or the provincial areas where people they construct filling station them or where filling station they exist at the moment where you see them, you go ask questions as to if filling station really supposed for dinner them place here. So I will start with Sundo on this.
Well, this gas station business, we don't say now, everybody want to do a recreative business into petroleum. And TBA, now it's in petrol now they do. Make you always see there and talk here, say, petroleum products, it don't become a political tool. And people don't just feel say, petrol, not so that boku profits, but that fast, money where they carry it, like where we, people can say that quick penny a better pass that slow 1 cent. Now I don't see petrol now. Everybody want to invest into petroleum business. But again, the other day will be there now. They talk about. I don't know if number one will be there now at the which parts now at the street or which of the street will they talk about where the same national petroleum regulatory body go stop. They say get no damage because everything protected, everything are done a day. When you look at the space, if you look at some side even for enter, let's take this one from towards Sanders Street where you go on, then 2 petrol stations where they side by side, a really too tight. Where you can inside, you go come out and the like. But now then they regulate. Other person will tell you say perhaps this person you want to do this business. They in line with, they in line with the possible way they do them because salon business will know them. The moment you don't dip in, waiting for deep in, you will allow them for what you do in business. For me, I believe say the regulatory body need 14 up farm. A lot of petrol business don't they now in a salon and the area the way they put some line out. Look them Jebu them. Go now all over the place at the freight safe. We see lights or something go sparks, even if not fire. Now make you go see boku bonus because some people now they take fuel now, they go keep them at their own room then, keep them at their stores for just with them kind, artificial scarcity come they begin to sell at the price where them feel say them for make boku money.
Well, one of the or part of the regulations them we NPRA they talk about get for do it the way and manner people they construct filling or petrol station them and the environment. One way then discourage I think few years ago where them they in this particular move as well for stop some of those construction. Then talk about outside filling station that they for be a dwelling house. Then in one forget anything for do it entertainment like them bar or whatnot restaurants where people in the drink and smoke. But interestingly we get few petrol stations that we know we get silent in the drink and smoke and then get bar as well, and you don't get to see NPRA talking more about those issues. We get one Wilberforce and we get another one Leicester, so it gets bar. And the one that will be force people the smoke there and the drink there, but like I said, get for C and PRA they talk about those issues.
Well, I make us say the interest. Perhaps this Salo, we all know itself. This connectivity what they always talk about. Me are connected to the NPRA boss or are connected to the direct minister or whatsoever. But that is the case. Like what you say, Mario, na true. Boku petrol stations and they then get them mini and supermarkets where then they can go you buy. But that one where you go sit down now, you open side for smoke we pro to danger because we know it's not a petroleum product. The moment you spark light, anything in a gas, they can even tell you say mobile should not be used at the petrol station. But you see a lot of people violate them stuff then they. So I think say this me and no one call on witch hunting and enough will be witch hunting. If they take the law, let the law be at once for everybody, but not begin cherry pick people and because of this connections, this guy connection. Take the law, let you sanitize the entire process. I agree with you because we don't see inside petrol business they burn a lot of houses, and if you go do like I mentioned that 2 petrol station where they by Sanders Street opposite, look that kind side, look dwelling houses, look business places. Then God forbid anything happen at that kind side and that area they don't suffer a lot.
Okay, Ivan, what do you think about this move?
I think this person is got unfortunate, not lucky. I go to it to say, not lucky. Probably, they in line with the system, to put it that way. I mean, even tight regions with Lumley, I'm going to get to petrol station there already. I mean, I try for check whether, because there was a particular point in time where government be alt one and all for construct a fuel station, but I try for confirm whether if not the one where they go now close to Sheriff Drive, Black Tank, or probably there's one where they go where
this is circular road.
No, what I'm saying, the tight area. So I don't say this is not circular, but I know they look at Kitchens, go to Lumley, Marion. If you go Kitchens, we're using that tight, we don't already get to fuel station. I mean, at a particular side and look at how people the traffic. But you want to ask, I mean, who sided at this country where petrol station where you feel like it's okay for make it day? Even the one when at the main Lumley petrol station, you gotta say look at how people in the park at that place, the traffic and all. So it's risky. I mean, you gotta unfortunate that this person, as we put on there, say, lucky. Probably in the next 1 or 2 months, things then go resolve and it will be lucky for making segregation because it's connectivity. I like the word you use. Connectivity about how connected you be with the system. So probably it will strengthen a network and connect well, and instead of realizing for put up in structure.
So saying that a lot of filling stations they not meet the criteria, whose filling station you feel say they are around town we meet the criteria as we PRA they talk about?
Well, now that's what I say, because if you look at even when you talk about junction in Cove, if you look at the one safe, is it by lodge? I mean, it's they almost a junction a day. I mean, you look. I think the one way me feel say for me, okay. I think that one by FSSG convent after convent. You feel like it's okay. But even the one at Lumley, safe when the well known fuel station and Lumley, it's gets a concern. I mean, Congo Cross can be yes, you can one for agree with me at some point, but I mean, so it's like whether they are lucky or not, or the individuals are lucky or not. It's not about waiting and they say, nine they do. Well, some other man can pass through your own network and make your network stronger, get a better connection for make it put up in structure. But that look, I mean, I can go much in Eastern, so I don't know if you in position in Eastern, but I mean, this western part of Freetown, I mean, Uswai will pull, Adelaide Street's another one, Sanders Street is another one. I mean, and there is this one, Campbell Street, it's another one. So
look by Adelaide Street, opposite the same you can down by Adelaide Street towards Kutoro.
Exactly.
Tight side how they don't, all of that. Why do not be go stop down one day by Kutoro?
So this person is not lucky. That's not what it is.
But somebody go tell you again, say we need them. Somebody go tell you again, sit in corner, petrol station, we need petrol station, but what's in medicine the regulatory body need for put measures in place. If there are criteria with them for meets, if they not meet them, then let the law cut across, but let not cherry pick people.
Okay, we move away from that and look at another topic. Usai, the Ministry for Basic and Senior Secondary Education don't announce that Becker exam will officially run from the 20th to the 28th of July 2026 based on the final timetable approved by WAEC. Then say this announcement will then make come after one earlier date where they already circulate, creating uncertainty and confusion for many candidates preparing for the exam. Well, according to the notice where they put out and say the exam for don't start this July 6th, but because of some circumstances make them push them to this term, and apologize as well for any inconvenience so this go cause to the candidates them and the parents them as well. Sundu, what do you think about the Becker timetable? People be the request for them and not be come out, and later we see them put out a notice saying that it starts on the 6th of July, and the next thing we see now for extend the date again to this one.
One way or the other, we're all a victim. I gave me we not get cousin. I gave me brother in Peking and then a camp. They don't study. Imagine they don't come out fast, or whether they come out at low, whether they attend this grammar school and the like. Them pick out on their own way for the study, they read, they prepare, say on the 6th they go sit exam. But we still can't for understand, say this leakage business what we talk about, this electronic business. We can talk about, this now one thing we they talk about. We don't talk about how this electronic business really if we measure up in as much as we catch up with technology. We system for try for catch up with technology. Marion, in as much as we try for catch up with the globe, we system for try for catch up with the globe. A lot of things in the way salon for don't surpass. How for God's sake, leakage. Well, we don't hear this, even we own time. Try the way mobile phone will be there, but leakage, we say leakage don't come out. But now, they go like a wildfire. The moment we one don't get an eye, Marion, the whole country, it don't circulate. And it will be a secret again for leakage. Because now two mobile phone, from one mobile phone, they don't transmit to another one. We look the same way, even for us, we then say English for, then for take English. But then cancel that because leakage already there out. So I think the way we need for do now we system for try for catch up, one except for try for catch up. The examiners get for catch up. Governments get for really catch up. You see, one of the things where advocates say governments need for institutes computer learning from primary school. Now all government schools. The reason being, if we not begin catch them young now, we will allow teen them for worse because this system of
so what in computer learning get for do it malpractice?
No, what I mean, technology gets a lot for do with and which we talk about now. So the leakage come out, but it's not easy for like go like wildfire like how it be now. The moment leakage don't come out, Marion me gets I don't send them to Marion. Marion said don't send them to the other person. The other person said don't send them. Or if not a group, let's say a group of 1,000. Imagine way around it don't spread. So I talk about teach the picking them exactly about the necessity for why technology important, but not for misuse, and that is the point I'm making here. Because if they don't get the know-how and misuse. Now what's happen? Salon, the moment we don't go into something, we they go now into our as if we not ever start time. Technology now don't make everything. Somebody you go there some size you must pack or you see somebody you see go snap. We see who can talk about cyber law business. Now all of them things in there. It's not good. So for me, I think the government need for put some measures in place, including WAEC. Then leakage there and think this the last the 20th back we'll get for a back. That 20th we'll get for the leakage.
So now the leakage make them post them.
Oh yes, now that's
just that.
Yes, now leakage. Man, I tell you, Marion, a lot of things don't come out. Now leakage. That's another one thing and they go do your other one key there, but me believe say leakage don't they out.
Yes, Ivan.
It's sad. I mean, it's really sad that picking and prepare themselves for sit Becker exam on the 6th and then get on 14 days addition to the 20th of July. I mean, you want for question whether our free quality education, whether the government don't be successful in the direction.
But the president and talk about that, say the free quality education not don't be successful inside the town hall meeting recently. So you don't need to ask that question again.
But they get another way. We don't go tell you say, well, the president in that town hall meeting they say they don't make progress. 2 million picking themselves don't be rolled out from the free quality education. So it's a progress. But Salone in a country where every sector, every institution, wherever you go, the problem we will lack in this country. It's how we monitor those institutions. It's a systemic problem. It's a whole age problem. You go on for now. WASC exam, this one we just done so. You get schools there where they ask for parents for 2.5 million euros. There's no secret because of it. Also secret again for say go exam, go show me Pekin, go show you Pekin.
2.5 for waiting.
2.5 million for examination, almost some man a camp fee. Inside that camp fee, you get some percentage where they go to the vigilators them. I mean, so it's no secret. No parents in this country will tell you say you don't know about what's in the happen. I mean, so if the president say yes, WAEC is responsible for examination malpractice because now they get them papers in there. How did they leak? It's a question we go on for ask. How then they leak? I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. Some people they not can get lock at some point. They see lock back, you find because some telling the we safely come up as how some do say. I mean, papers may leak, but it depends on the waiting different about then telling the you network there for stronger. Yeah. When you network strong, you get a stronger connection. You able to get a huge sum of money. You can able to get then leaked paper. But now. People, and the sad thing about it now, people are already used to it, then they dance inside examination. The parents, they don't accept and now say, it's a must. You go see picking, they go meeting in mama or papa say, this school say,
if for work,
say something.
Yes, now work.
Logically,
for workouts.
And
for workout something.
All parents would tell you now, pick, we sit WASC this year. WASC this year, I will tell you, most parents are getting picking 150,000 millions every blessed examinations.
For waiting.
There is no secret. Well, I don't know what you go do with it now, but I will tell you every parent will say today in math. If actually you get compulsory so like math, English, and all, they will tell you say the money they go up to 200,000. You suppose for give them picking and they for go sit the exam. So it's something where the nation.
So who for blame in all of that? We don't they have.
My own, if things go wrong, a family person, you blame the head of the home. It's not different.
So what about the schools and the people where they monitor the exam?
What are they monitor the exam at the end of the day?
The invigilators and all.
So what for monitor the vigilators them?
You get supervisors.
Supervisors. Everything. At the comes to everything. Again for the government. Yeah, government then work through the Ministry of Basic Education. I mean, they should be monitoring, and there is no secret. Everybody knows it's happen in terms of education, examination, practice, or leak. Not so secret. It happen. So and the worst thing of it all, I think the love or the thirst for money, it's another serious issue we need for address in this country. I'll tell you, most teachers they make money after the exams there. This is no secret to Marion. It happen.
And Marion, one of the things for her to wait to me, brother, they say, I can tell you this, and this is not the principal and concern. In those days, when they grab up, now appoint principals. Now people enjoy the grab, you get money, you don't go do you don't turn proprietors for school. Then new schools and then private schools the way they don't open, it don't become another tussle. Because they go all out. As I say, why they talk about there we catch them young, we governments able to do that kind of thing there. Because the moment we don't familiarize yourself with the system, we don't have to put measures in place. Make I tell you, the principal and safe as I tell you, then one and they will go open them mushroom schools then. And then now the feds now for letting schools then. That is why we blame government schools. But government schools, we see them do, we see the count sign and get. I believe in that. But most of them schools where they say now these don't create by this. You want to get name, you want to get the popularity, you want to get money, you want to get the next academic year, let's get the best students in. So they can go all out for do anything, forget.
I always bring up lastly on this one. These schools that we soon talk about. Let's say something. If you go to some community, if you see some school them, you go ask. I mean, if now conducive environments for picking there for land. Just gonna, but you don't wonder, then school and they get code for make picking and sit Becker, for make picking and sit WASC. So outside they come, it's from the ministry. And the ministry is from the government. So if you go not see some school and not fit for operate as a school. That's not me like first time. I mean, you go can't say the school go Moritong, you go can't Leone Grammar School, you go can't Moridini, you go can't I am here to learn, and probably 3 schools. But now you go to Moritong, you pass 10, 15 schools. You go certain community then you go can't first time you go can't look at normally. You go count up to 50, 60, 70 schools. How much you go feel say meet that criteria requirements for say this for be a school?
So there should be strict regulations.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
More move away from that topic there and look at our final story before we pick calls. So the Ministry for Internal Affairs announced the temporal suspension of the $25 airport security fee at the Freetown International Airport effective Monday, 6th July 2026. The directive where a ministerial order halts the collection of of the fee while the current contract framework undergo comprehensive review. Then say the pause, then do or then design them for allowed audit service salon for complete and independent special audit as well for evaluate more integrated collection system where they reduce inconvenience for passenger them. The release go on and on, but this particular sentence calling on or talking about audit service here alone, coming into the space for evaluate a more integrated collection system seems off. Is it that corruption activities be done they happen now this sector for collecting the $25 security fee we make audit service here alone they come in now?
At a point over there, so that discussion they become about airport security fees. Now how they would say, we will be the talk say people they, take their routes to Guinea due to then over cost. So if we be the talk to they say really we not say yes, the PPP partnership business for the airport is good, but there are certain things we salon we not for they take because now PPP business. What about we people we go and come? $25. That thing they bring a lot of hiccups. We talk about them, but you see, as they say, governments we can come and see far. We not to switch here. But in the left far will begin blow the whistle. Una pull that in the for now, let una encourage passengers for come na the country. Una can do not say security fees can they, but this is too high. But look what's in the happen now. Because of well, I know we'll say why they put some, but for the moment you know you say audit for come inside and investigate. Meaning there is something fishy. Any way you say audit should go and investigate and unravage the unforeseen things that we know there and now that's what we don't say. Why don't put that in the inside your boarding pass, you put everything inside for let you pay and they will extra security charge $25. Not a small money that one deal. So if imagine how much go don't go, we audits they go inside now for go invest. We only hope say audits will come up with the better outcome because them only then they mark you Marion. We don't go into agreements and then people then they come for make the money. If some of them money then they like the toll gates, what they talk about. Now you IGL come out and say the kind of money imagine we begin make road, we don't begin pay. So from then saying if proper accountability, we don't go far now. We don't far. So now in careful and kind stuff here.
Okay.
If them money had to go, they siphon them. At the end of the day, how long it will take we follow pay them cost then they? Who's that security fees they go in the first place? That is the $1 million question we ask.
Now one of the reasons why audit service come in.
Yeah, so we hope for see the better from them.
Ivan,
I think it's a question. Is this is it Security Port SL? We I think they're in charge of security na the airport and well he go on for ask why this $25 come into existence. I think so this start off in 2022 September 1. I mean and why that be happen whether if governments begin money for pay this security port limited or not in the pay themselves, or whether or not government is paid or not in the pay themselves. That's another question you want to ask. I mean, so if this $25 be the go to them, I mean, waiting, is it that the states don't the benefits from this $25? Is another question back again you want for ask again. So there is the suspension there, but then we'll still do it and then supposed to do and audit service will come and then audit. But from 2022 to now, is it now we want for realize that I mean we need for audit? Probably they know the audits them in the past years. I don't know, but maybe this is the first one. If this is the first one, then you go on for ask why now.
Okay, and if why now? And it's stated here that some abnormalities don't they happen.
So now this year the abnormalities then begin for the past 4 years.
It's possible that while audit service they come in, they have to check all the years where they don't collect.
From 2022.
Yes,
2022.
collect all the money.
Up to date. So,
yes.
So what will be the say at that time? Usai proper. You know who can say law put to government be accountable to them people. And law say now then they pay like what's in Ivan say. If you not get the agreement, a security company for work and pay themselves, but transparency for them.
Sure.
accountability for them because this not salon people their money. They're not just going to pay fees. That fees they go one kind way we need to understand. So for me, as I say, there must be some irregularities in that sector.
Okay, we repeat calls now inside the show 079-994-993. Now the number for call inside the show and make your contribution regarding the issues we don't discuss so far inside the second segment of the show. 079-994-993. Now the number for call. Call and make your contribution regarding the issues inside just the second segment of the show so far. While to wait for calls inside the show, make we take this quick one from our cafe so far, and our cafe they ask, say you want natural tea where they refresh your body, you look for something healthy and gentle on digestion, you want that tea where they make you feel fresh all day. Our tea gets you covered. They make them with naturally grown tea, leafy, healthy, and gentle on digestion. With 100 tea bag inside every pack, you always get more for share with other people. Our cafe or our tea, natural freshness in every sip we take. And this message will come up from Karel. We get our first caller on the phone. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, your name outside. Yes.
Go
ahead.
I think in this examination, don't blame government too much. Even some of them teachers and then lecturers are bad. Don't take this as business. Picking and they go see it. Lecturer will tell the picking, say, come with this amount, follow on using a phone for. So with the help we set or with the help government. You know, these are the biggest problem in this country. But we also blame government small. If the government, if we don't get people to monitor, you know, I make Ben Kelfala an issue, some of who they feel. And we don't start. If the people don't know me use this human right, and the poor Africa, more salon, human rights, for people right. The beginning of the spot, not to other beginning rights in the poor. If then we don't allow Ben Kelfala like education, if we don't sleep at this country. But then take a number. Now for the people, why then for go put people, why didn't they go to them politicians there? Every law gets side who say it starts. It starts by you as the layman, or it starts by you and the money man.
Okay, thank you.
It's not easy.
Thank you. Well, are you saying that before you visit that? What was the how they may call themselves that name and shame? You know, naming and shaming people. Parade them at the street. Where
we get if it starts small, if I don't start big.
Okay. Hello, your name was.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Suleiman.
Yes, go ahead.
Sita go with Mr. Sunus for the national manifesto. We not a party manifesto. You see, say that ultimately the reverse pass marks on because the rivalry way between the giant here. I don't call the name because they go best friend. But if it's something citizen then don't make up for say may that be na Sierra Leone, that thing they go change. They left to real Sierra Leone for may that be. Then the other thing I ask una, this one Jimbo na ki make blow in mind. Or blow visul. Who stay muna kin do ame? Who didn't do am the time? Then we can wine for no.
Okay, thank you.
Then Epic Radio. Una don't care with time. Small bit during your 1 minute and 30 seconds.
No, 1 minute.
Now
Now 1 minute. For the past 1 year, now 1 minute, Suleiman. And if you get everything constructively for saying 1 minute, you will pass your message. And about the blowing the whistle show, they come up every Monday 7 o'clock evening time, as stated inside the jingle. Every Monday 7 in the evening. More pick more calls. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Hello.
Yeah.
Pamusan Adwazal.
Go ahead, sir.
And I really feel what the area about leakages. And before the party come, now this is if first talk about. Then today, if we the area about leakages, believe me, now see where they pain me, and they really pain the Sierra Leoneans. And I really brother, they talk to anybody who corrupt the thief. Therefore, name and shame you count publicly. I see one video where I see them try two guys them. They say they go thief fertilizer, and also say if that fertilizer you even reach 5 dozen or 10 cup. How them teach them guidance they? Then you think about the one that they teach million or billion of Leone of this country money. Then that guy they just go thief or let them go do their own farming. Look how they teach them. That video they really pain me. Yes. For officer, officer go to Sierra Leone. Okay, then guy they no one native first back. Let's ask this question here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
079994993. Nah, the number for call. Well, the last time we get Alex inside the studio, and they say the same people away can say Hosanna, and then they say crucify. Now the same people always say for name and shame people. The first time when they name and shame the teachers them, people they well, then they say otherwise. Anyways, good morning. Your name or side they call from? Yes, go ahead.
But this education wouldn't count for you. It is why we take students. We make students go as free when a young student. We put them first from private school. After the road system, we put them. This council that they make it and show ya. They say lesson. This lesson, I've been working to this lesson here. Now to Mr. Mew, we say after to Mr. Mew, one other day. Baba, subhanallah, no pray go lay picking go and that make me picking, can't picking, make it go astray now. All kind, easy for so. They make a little rev and say, I know I see I'm paying, they really make me pain.
Thank you.
The education, what the president and what they happen, it's so different. And one thing, what tell somebody say they did this, which of course look like they tell what they say, they can't give them teacher, everybody will make this.
Okay, the Lion, thank you.
That they go make and they say, come up offline camp.
Thank you, the Lion. You don't exceed 1 minute talk time. I'll take 3 more calls and wrap up the show. Hello, your name outside the call from? Yes, go ahead.
I want to talk on that petrol station there. I want to resolution where CRA did not come up with that in area, in particularly western area, don't be saturated with petrol station. And the ambition always also say before you build petrol station, you get to get approval for the body with the regulate. So I'm not sure when the drugs don't begin you go stop. I'm unable to understand that. Like it's like they either they pick and choose or whatever. But what you know is the products they undergo. Me from what they say, so I don't know if the drugs facing a future. But the products they only undergone.
Okay.
It's there you will say fire facing a petrol station.
Okay. Thank you. 2 more calls and we wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Now the number for calls so far inside the show. Hello, your name outside the call from?
Hello?
Your name outside the call from? Okay.
The education system is not point at this country completely. The teachers teachers or lecturers tell you about that. The beginning about them not ready for life. When you think of how will be life, when you show now, and then now 10 years of campaign and you have to extradite people then, can't even get work in this country here. Because of certain nation, we said that eventually, begin the line like a government college, just a bit of that. We call it for a simple application for what it does happen. What's the line in this? The education you don't put after this country, and the government can take all the issues they will concern, they will force actions. This is a problem. One day we will tell me that the mother council to come over this country here. Beginning the good and the good problem that we see your first degree or your master, you know something in natural.
Thank you.
Sentence, you know something like that. So the right application, you can say, you know something. What's the message of this country here?
Thank you. 1 more call and we wrap up. 079-994-993. Now the number, it is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, your name outside the call from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Abakar from Pune.
Bakar, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Bakar.
They talk small thing about this malpractice. When they talk about today, they don't serve as mystery. Then they call that anti-corruption. One thing that the big mistake with the president and the government, so they say, is they count equality for education. And people who don't work inside system and they study, and some of them are teachers, some of them are lecturers. They know understand the problem there. So they should expect. So they expect so not to see the malpractice begin. And also even today, several normal phone days. From send away phone all day. Maybe say phone and not be malpractice and they only be the rich to the money man them, to the rich people them. But now we don't reach this level. Now same way we all for put heads together and let me see how they make our fine. If you go to school, go check like the government school them. The beginning them, that shall couldn't be that. If they see no teaching they go on. No serious teaching. Go let you go check like that place and go to private school. And then they see perfect school, they see private school and just open.
Thank you. Well, we don't pick any more calls. So the wrap up, I'll start with Sundu.
Well, I want to start with a very back race, not to today my practice to begin. I think today I'll be very honest with the whole thing, but now we, Sierra Leone, as one country, we don't know, say this is not a problem. And somebody talk about, say, with regards with products where they can do, really, Marion, a art rendering. Because if we continue with this, we see we own precedent, we spend 22% inside we from the national budget, put another education aside. For me, the program itself, a laudable one. Me, the one person I will see, we legislate in parliament, even though a day now we entrench inside the constitution to a certain level, but this one, we legislate them. If we legislate this educational system, this free quality education, a lot of things will come with the parliamentarian and will add into them. We will be law, now then school and day. We for make schools. Whether like we talk about principals, we can just come on no more. You don't go get money. You go open school. You don't turn principal. Then send you for legislator for this free quality education. You go find. Like we can say government listen that kind of way they. On this educational side, President Bill for instance say yes, the idea is laudable. We don't get over 2.something million picking away enroll. The enrollment is fine, but who side that money they go? One for see something we go fruits. I mean we go heal the dividends who wants, right? And this now for far too long. We don't say don't start for long, but now it's like why they talk about technology. It don't they all over the place. Now they see primary school picking self. We posting get in facilities for out for enriching picking with communication. So now we catch them young, teach them say communication is very important. The use of them now one. I want to go with the person we talk about President Bill, we talk about leakages. Then leakages and we talk about. My brother mentioned monitoring. And Mario, you don't dare what they talk about under the good governance. We don't talk about monitoring and evaluation. When you give projects, if you don't monitor them, this not the thing then. And that color we talk about that national development plan, that's not the advocates, and I don't stimulate the arguments now for say it all over. Let's alone man will begin to think which type of president we need for Sierra Leone and which type of president we need come 2028. We will bridge the regional gap. You understand? We will make development cascade. We know how it's regional leadership. We need leadership by example, not leadership by following no more because we all a glamour and laugh for them. On side we talk about the petrol. Now that's ability tell you. I say people will tell you say petrol ever since a day underground. But the regulatory body, if there are criteria, way for big, even that person before you start for construct, he must go obtain a license or go ahead for make the Indians say go construct. So let them do their work effectively. Monitoring is the problem. The other side way I talk about this $25. Please, we airports will also don't get one of the best, but let them minimize things away for make who get. Now the Rumbilis and Presidential Conference Center in Alonge. These are all things we will get international conference where we can host other things. Let them minimize that thing for people.
Okay.
One last thing I will talk about before I end up the Ministry of Education. Then safety issue. Then say we talk to the dog, you talk to the bone. We see this government can introduce supervisors. In those days, we'll be going to school. We will just see supervisors and bust. Now school. Then we even notice one who can begin check register. Two, they begin check about una class work and una curriculum. One the deal with. You the teacher, if whether you in the good mood for teach in that kind of direction. Okay. Now don't say the teachers commission. I think the government need to be effective. We don't want excuses. This when we talk about leadership, you never say not able to load. You for lead by example. Put your foot down, let them walk. Now I'm fine. I make you day. Now make we let President Bill put your foot down and you say the new direction, the way things them go, they don't ever go so again.
Thank you.
So one that changes day.
Yes, Maivan.
I think one of the
few people already talked about the 22%. It was huge, and we will still continue to talk about that. We ask question whether that was the right move by the government. For me, the other things that the government will don't prioritize. Like how well done they talk now, examination, malpractice, or leakages. Also today they start, and one thing we can cause 19 day. It's about teachers then will not get satisfied mind, or teachers and way governments need to pay better. I be host somebody now from TSC, so say even HTC they get up to 4.5 million euros. That's not small money. So compared to it in lecturers and they get and all, and teachers and they get they play a very important role, in shaping the lives of pupils. So we can go back to 19 and they, increase the salary of the welfare, of our teachers. Make them get a better, working condition. So this is important. In as much as Marion, salon is expensive on a daily basis, and if you pay somebody 1.5 million euros, 1,500, which you expect that person to do? You get a bag of rice. We don't do them. We don't look at all the 19 days. So for me, the 22%, a lot of people praise them, but for me, I feel like we don't look into the inside and the people like almost government people, pupil. It's about 30 to 60,000 to 60 loans. Parents say that they afford them money in a day. So there's better things for don't be done than us people investing 22% of national budget into education.
Thank you.
So I think let's see how we can. It's 8 years down the line. The government don't say this not be successful. So 1 or 2 years waiting for it to happen. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Ivan Julius Lee and Solomon Sundu for joining the show this morning. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Wonder Giwi, technical support at the studio. Abubakar Bendu and so you see make us live on Facebook and YouTube. The producers of the show are Fatma Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, where we go join you again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious George say happy working week and tata.